hold on. Let's see. Pathfinder robot. At level 3, how many spell slots should my sorcerer have? You don't have any weird free archetype or anything, right? That gives you spells?
What? Why would you say that? Yeah, I do.
Oh well,
that changes everything.
What are your free archetypes?
I have the blessed one dedication.
You get focus spells from that though. Like you don't have to worry about that. It's a different.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's different. That's different. All right. You should have 5 cantrips, 4 first-rank spells, and 2 second-rank spells. These spell slots are listed on the Sorcerer Spells Per Day table from Player Core 2, which obviously you have a copy of in your lap right now.
Yeah. So
I'm looking at it on the wiki, and it says 3 second-level spells.
Yeah, that's why I'm confused because I'm granted.
Yeah. You have 4 first-level spells and 3 second-level spells.
Oh, you said 2 second-level.
Okay.
Oh, did I? Well, I have dyslexia, bro.
Yeah, you're fine. All right.
Wait. Okay. Before I say what I was gonna say,
do I know
having dyslexia doesn't mean that you say 3 instead of 2 or vice versa?
It does. It does if you fucking see both numbers next to each other. Yeah,
okay,
like
that's
word association is one of the things with dyslexia is not being able to call the right word at the right time. It's part of what makes learning languages super difficult for people with dyslexia.
That's awful.
So how many? How do I know how many focus?
When I tell people I barely speak English and I don't know how to read, this isn't me just being like, "Oh, feel sorry for me, I'm an idiot." It's like the truth. All right, so I posted in the chat for you, okay? But shame on you for not having a copy of Player Core 2 in your lap. So I don't even know what to fucking say. Like, I don't even know what to fucking say anymore. Alright, so anyways.
I was looking at stuff to try to understand, but I was like, I have too many spells, I don't know if I have the right number now.
I mean, do you... What? But I just posted what you should have.
No, she meant before that.
Yeah, before.
Oh, but you're good. You're good now?
I think so. I don't know how many focus spells I should have.
Oh, 1. You should only have 1 point. That
your
it does a pretty good. Yeah. It says you have a focus point of 2. Focus pool of 2 though. So have you taken 2 feats that give you focus?
I think she gets 1 as part of
1.
Bloodline,
Yeah,
and then she
1
gets
from
1
a sorcerer.
blessing.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, it's tracking that correctly. But you are correct in that for whatever reason, these tools are so good, but it doesn't adjust your spell slots automatically when you level up.
Okay.
Now, yeah.
So I should have my 2 focus spells then.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So we got that sorted.
I just need 1 more second level spell, so I will do that while we get started.
All right. And as a sorcerer, are you like everyone else in that you have spells and then you have to pick them out every day, or are you like a 5e spontaneous caster?
I have a spell list on my character sheet, and every time I level up, I'm allowed to swap 1 out if I want to.
Okay, so you're a spontaneous caster. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure it's spontaneous.
All right, cool. The best kind of caster, honestly, but that's fine. Okay. Now that we got all that sorted out, I will roll the die, and also there was an update to the mod that makes us talk in different languages that I keep meaning to uninstall, but I keep forgetting to uninstall. And it is going to default you to like a random language since it was an update. So you'll have to change it to Taldine Common if you want people to understand what you're saying. All right, question 294. Here we go. Okay, 294. Let's see. What characteristics have you struggled to develop in yourself? Confidence, tenacity, straightforwardness, courage, generosity, sobriety? Okay, so we'll throw that into chat. All right, while you ruminate on that fine question, everyone should discard all their hero cards from last week. They should remove all their hero buffs from last week. They should draw two new hero cards and get 2 more hero points. And if someone wants to recap what happened last time, they should roll d20 in the chat. I see a 7 from Songbow. I see a 14 from Laritz. Going once.
Damn it!
Going twice.
You'll
never take it from me.
Laritz, tell us what happened last time.
No.
The session opened to our first battle aboard the Gale Cutter, with the Aether Blades who pursued our escape from Terranathus. Oscar Sootfoot chartered this ship for the purpose of enabling our charge, Seraphim, to find her mysteriously lost father. The battle was grueling for many of us. Isaac and I were nearly brought low, and the ship was nearly destroyed before our allies rallied to rout the enemy and secure our escape into the elemental plane of air. One loose end we have left over is that one of the guards was not killed but knocked out. They have been tied up and taken prisoner, but we have not concluded what their fate will be. Once we felt at ease, Jade became familiar with the crew, meeting a wide variety of characters. We get a sense that the group is of mysterious and shifty individuals who are used to a life as mercenaries. Some of the more notable present was the one-eyed Silver Raven assassin we met in the sewers. There's also Clive, the macabre returned. And our captain, a man I know called Reese, a sailing legend from the old days. Realizing the severe damage to the ship, we recognized we would have to find a place to rest and do repairs. Captain Reese has set us on a course through the mist for a place called the Hydroforge, which was once the water treatment plant of the once mountaintop city of Terranathus. Hopefully this is not a fool's errand, for the reputation of this place is all who seek it never return.
Yeah, alright. That sums things up pretty well. Go ahead and take your 3rd hero point, your 3rd hero card draw. Would anybody like to sum up what happened last time? No, wait, that's what we just did. Sorry, it's I'm very tired. I'm very tired this week. Would anybody like to answer the Fatspiration question? If you would, go ahead and roll d20 to show your intention. Okay, looks like a 13 going once, going twice. Alright, Songbow the Crowbar. What characteristics have you struggled to develop in yourself? Confidence, tenacity, straightforwardness, courage, generosity?
Songbow has struggled to develop tact. He's a very blunt individual. He was before, and then he is especially now after having been somewhat isolated for quite a long time.
I see. Alright. You may ask the same question of any willing PC or any NPC you've met during your journey.
What about the Captain Reese?
Okay. Let's see. What thing is he struggled to develop in himself? Confidence, tenacity, straightforward, courage, generosity. It's not just those options. Practicality. He's always been a dreamer. It makes him too trusting. It makes him too reckless. It makes him constantly trying to kick the football, and then Lucy, which is life, takes the football away. But every time he sees the football, he tries to kick it. So he has not learned enough practicality in his life. You know, when to just be like, nah, I'm good. Or, you know, I have to say no this time. He's just always hopes. Even when it's foolish, especially when it's foolish. All right. So I'll add that to him in case he needs it. Alrighty. And then the last question, you guys have one Fanspiration. One Fanspiration. So if you want, we could burn that last one to draw from this hero deck, or you could save it for a rainy day.
That include the one we just got from.
That's the one we just got.
Okay. Oh, dang! All right.
Fuck it, burn it.
Burn it. All right. Any
Let's
opposed?
do it.
All right. We're gonna give it a little shuffle. All right. We're gonna
spend points to make points.
We're gonna say goodbye to the Forge, and we're gonna draw the new card this week. Is the Liar. Okay. So let's see. I'm gonna just guess that the Liar is of an evil alignment, but maybe I'm being biased. I don't know. Oh yes. So the Liar is from the Crowns. It is charisma based, so that means you will get a +1 to your charisma until you burn the hero buff. You can use it to do a bardic inspiration or a bardic cutting words from 5th edition, or you can use it to activate the chaotic evil ability. Oh, hold on. For charisma based stuff, what you're doing is giving somebody advantage or disadvantage essentially with your reaction.
Okay.
Yeah. It is chaotic evil in nature, the Liar. So you can burn it to cast a void-based fireball that must include at least one friendly fire, and it can be yourself, I think. Meaning of the card is treacherous love, obsession, unrequited passion. When misaligned, it can mean a new relationship begins, cloaked in deception. So this is a card that's bad, even when it's the opposite. It's just two different types of bad. That's a terrible card.
I think it depends on whether you're lying or you're being lied to, whether it's
or if you're into that. Some people like being lied to, so there you go. All right.
If we are fighting on the ship, does the ship itself count as an ally for the purpose of the fireball? Since presumably that would damage the ship also.
I think this wants like souls. After some real, I think it. Yeah. But you know what? Sure, you could blow up your own ship. I mean, I feel like the ship would get blown up anyways by AOE because it is both a location. It's a vehicle. Yeah, it's not a creature. Yeah, so no, it would have to be. Unless your ship somehow becomes a magical dragon or something, then it might count as a character. So
that'd be crazy though.
Yeah. All right. I guess your fanspo dies, but you guys get the buff. We gotta take off these hammers that everybody still has. Somebody's got hammers and keys. Naughty. You guys, these dramatically increase your stats permanently. You can't just be leaving these buffs on. All right. Let's see. There we go. And hero crown. Nice. Okay, and then I'll take you guys back to your spooky fog bank laden airship on the fly casual map. Turn on the levels. Turn on the thing where I can see what level you guys are on. Nice. Change out the music for flying through spooky clouds.
Since we leveled up, should I be at full health?
So I was asked about that in Fates. I feel like yes, when you level up, you should just get your hit points and your spell slots back.
Cool.
Let's just own the fact that you guys live inside a video game. I mean, there's no other explanation. There's no other explanation for any of the shit that goes down in Pathfinder 2e Revised, other than you guys live in a simulation. Like, I'm sorry, it's just too video gamey to be believable as anything else. But I think it's okay because like the people in the world don't know they're in a video game simulation, so everything is just kind of normal to them in that way. So I kind of like that. I kind of like that actually. All right.
Can you remind me how the wounds work? Do they recover?
When you get to full health, when you get healed to full health, all of your wounds go away. And if someone uses treat wound on you, all your wounds go away. And it's an all or nothing. You don't just get rid of like one of your wounds. You either have all your wounds removed or you don't have all your wounds removed.
And I healed 3 hit. Man.
What?
I only healed 3 hit points from like doing the well rested thing.
Okay, so that's hilarious, right? So sort of like second edition. For some reason, Pathfinder 2E Revised was like, what if we used the second edition D&D healing rules? And they're like, that would be fucking hilarious, bro.
Yeah.
So they did. So basically, if you don't have access to a medic or one of the myriad focus spells that has healing, so that every 10 minutes you can just cast magical healing, then you don't get any hit points back, really. You get barely any health back when you normally rest. Which is kind of implying that, monsters in the wild, for example, if you beat the shit out of a dragon and the dragon ran away, if you're able to track down the dragon and the dragon doesn't have access to any healing, it shouldn't have healed up much from the last time you fought the dragon. So there are kind of cool aspects to it, for choosing to do things that way. But now, 5 years or however long it's been in all these splat, books later, there's so many different ways to build a party that has unlimited healing outside of battle that nobody really thinks about it too much. So between you and Jade,
valuable.
Yes, exactly. Like if your party doesn't have someone with lay on hands, or I guess there's like some other ones that have healing every 10 minutes or whatever, you definitely need to have someone in the party, take that medic archetype or whatever. All right.
So, but between Jade and I, like, we should be just fully healed by the end of the rest. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Got it.
Between you and Jade, I would say that you guys can be healed to full in like an hour between you and Jade. Yeah.
So I can't be impaled with several swords and then just take a 6-hour nap and be all better. Like, come on, where's my real?
This ain't Curse of Strahd, son.
I mean, you guys got the blood of heroes, just not in that way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's actively pouring out of everybody except for me body.
All right. Let's see. So you guys slept. You wake up ? In the morning ? In a time that you agree is morning. There is
a quick question on that.
Yeah, what's up?
I have to do the disease check. I still got this disease.
All right, let's do that
anybody able to
check.
With that?
I think Isaac said he was gonna make you take some medicine when you woke up or something. Is that correct, Isaac, or no? Like an anti-plague or some shit?
Yeah, I could give him an anti-plague.
Okay.
I forgot and didn't add it to my daily preparations, but that's because I'm an idiot. So.
No, it's okay. It's okay. All right. So this disease, I don't even see it on your sheet anymore. I just see that you have
It's getting deleted. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I see the clumsy and the enfeebled, but this is from like way back in that the Warrens, right? Is that the disease?
Yeah, we've only had one night of sleep since the Warrens. So.
Oh my God, you're right.
We've been go.
That was a long day.
I was up to like 3 ranks. I got rid of 2 ranks of it. I still need.
I was 4 combats throughout that day, sir.
Yeah, give me that fortitude save. This is from the Trolleys. This is like your first encounter.
The Troll Hounds, yep.
All right. I have their disease up right here, blood, fire, fever. It is a DC 15. You make it. You are no longer diseased. Congratulations.
I'm no longer enfeebled and clumsy.
Did we just come out of a long rest and that would clear doomed?
Yes, you guys did come out of a long rest, so you would clear 1 doom.
I didn't make the anti-plague, so.
Well, it was assumed that he was going to immediately use the anti-plague. I don't know what the duration is on the anti-plague, but you may want to throw it into chat in case he runs into more diseases today.
That's fair.
because it does last for 24 hours. I can drag the effect onto him. There we go. Bloop. There you go, buddy. What, maybe?
Thank you.
There you go. All right. Great job, team. Okay. So, you wake up and it's spookier than it was when you went to sleep. Let's see. Anybody got good perception? Cloud
Is the
Hoof.
spookiness noticeable from in the bowels of the ship?
Yeah, it's sort of a vibe.
Okay.
Not just an ambiance, but it's like you could feel it kind of permeating everything, clinging to you, soaking in through the fur, the flesh, and the bone. Oh shit, that reminds me. I found a beautiful picture of Tanuki from a historical document that I wanted to share with you. But it's been such a week. It's been such a week. I haven't remembered to do it. Hold on.
This could mean one of two things coming from Crash.
No, it can only mean one thing. Hold on, let me grab it for you. All right.
I've seen traditional artwork. It's
well, don't spoil it, Larry. Come on. Don't spoil it. All right.
I don't think anyone's prepared.
Should we make it into a journal entry? Let's see. All right, so here you have some Tanuki that have combined their scrotums to fish, which is always nice. And here are some Tanuki working out with their scrotums. So...
Do you even lift, bro?
Yeah. These are original, like, Japanese woodcuts from, like, back in the day. This is the... I can't believe this majestic species has been driven to extinction. But yeah.
They haven't, though.
Oh, they haven't? Oh, yeah, no. That's right. Damn. Okay. I'm going to be rubbing some nuts while I'm in Japan. Get some luck. Hell yeah. Make my fortitude saves.
So I guess
the craziest part.
Yeah.
Oh. The craziest part is that Japan has somehow been able to keep up their creepy ways for so long. It's amazing.
What's creepy about we had a
working together with your skull.
Hamsters' balls are that big.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
I mean, you know. Yeah, don't judge.
Yeah.
All right.
Also,
I've been to the county fair and seen goat balls, man. It is there.
Yeah.
But anyways, this segues into a fun announcement. I am going to add 2 Tanuki ball-related feats that you could take with your ancestry feats at level 5 and level 9. One of them will allow you to work out with your nuts, and the other will allow you to go fishing with your nuts, and you'll get a cumulative bonus for every other Tanuki that also has the ball fishing ancestry feat.
So, all I'm seeing in that image is it counts as a parachute.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Sir, that's the level. That's the level 15. That's the
fall.
level 15 feet. That's the level 15 feet. So.
All right, so I guess new side quest is how many Tanuki can we recruit?
All right.
Well, we
workshopping a name, but I have Periscrote. Like, I don't know.
That's pretty.
Eventually, we can make a sale out of it.
Oh, damn!
In case we ever get damaged.
Every Tanuki we run across is gonna have one of the scrotum feats, right? Like, you're going to be the only Tanuki that doesn't.
If you can find 4 other Tanukis that are all males, that you guys can combine your scrotums into like a Megazord, kind of like form, and then like power up. And Battlezoo does have rules. Battlezoo does have rules for that. So,
we were just talking about a dragon ship, so we're talking about a scrotum ship now.
Listen, let's get back on track, people. Come on. All right. In the night, Cloudhoof, with your amazing perception, you did hear the pitter-patter of small feet sneaking around the ship. Did you focus on trying to get some Z's, or did you wake up to investigate?
I'll go investigate.
Okay.
I'm a little hyper vigilant at this point after everything that's gone down.
All right. You find a paint-stained gnome woman rummaging around, foraging for food and supplies. She turns and looks at you, her eyes wide with fear. She He lets out a small squeak. He seems frozen, like prey before a predator.
Are you right there, miss?
He says, yes, yes, I am. I am great. I was heading back to bed and not stealing anything or being here without permission. And she's going to drop a deception on you. She has a +3. Untrained. You find a 16 to be believable with your passive perception of 20. Probably not. Okay. Yeah, so you're pretty sure she was trying to steal stuff, and she definitely isn't supposed to be on the boat.
Just so you know, kind of a bad place to get stuck out in the middle of the air.
Well, yeah, but I had to. He looks at you. She says, Mister, have you ever had a dream?
Sure, everyone does.
Okay. Well, I had a dream that the answers I seek are outside of the city. And I have to find them. I'm referring to the secrets of artificial life.
Want to recall knowledge to see what I know about life?
Yeah, go for it. You can do give me a recall knowledge. Yeah, damn. All right. So, from Arcana, artificial life, golems, it's pretty popular. I mean, that's kind of generally where they go with that. Crafting, robots. Though some would argue that even the finest clockwork is not actually alive. Medicine. There are techniques that can preserve and even return people from what seems like death. Nature. There are creatures that can, fake dead, come back. Creatures that walk the line between living and dying, and that sort of thing. Natural magic, you might say, of reincarnation, reanimation, that sort of thing. Occultism, all in for that spooky shit. Ghosts, spirits, whatnot. Society, you know that as a society, they're not huge fans of necromancy, which is part of why the return stuff is not very. It is such a touchy subject in Terranathus. Now, a great deal of the population in Terranathus is from a region of the world where family spirits, friendly ghosts, lingering souls are not considered like innately evil or bad. So it does kind of like gray the area a bit, muddy the water a little bit of the normal Pharasma hate undead, so everyone should hate undead too sort of situation.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So basically, this person could be talking about a lot of different things. But your sense is that she is looking for answers related to the returned. That's kind of the vibe you pick up with your very high recall knowledge check.
Well, judging by the fact that
you
you
would
didn't
also
say where all the magic was.
You'd also recognize her with that check as Miranda. Miranda is a gnomish alchemist who is honestly not a great alchemist. She wastes all of her money buying rare and experimental inks and pigments and stuff like that. From what you understand, she had like a few shops that she started, and then they went under because she's so bad at managing her money and her resources. And it occurs to you that this is likely one of the two alchemists that was working with Oscar in relation to the sewer quest that you guys went on.
Well, I can understand that. But I do have to say, if you're on this boat, you better be helping. Stowaways are bad, but we need more crew.
Oh,
so you have opportunity.
Do I have to submit like a resume or something?
No, but you do have to let the captain know you're here.
Well, I would have paid for a ticket, but I don't have any money.
Well, then you have to pay your way in labor. That's...
She nods and says, okay, first thing in the morning, I'll go find the captain and tell him what's what.
Must be your first test. I'm trusting you trusting your word that you'll do this. The bad news is, if you fail this test, you don't get a second.
But what if I talk to the captain and he throws me over the side? Maybe you should talk to the captain for me.
I can go with you if you'd like.
Okay. I'll find you in the morning.
I'm not hard to find.
All right. So in the morning, after you've drunk your elixir, you see her hiding in the shadows nearby.
I kind of clear my throat. Captain Reyes.
Yeah. Captain Reese looks over at you. Yeah, says, morning, such as it were. What do you need?
Well, I think we have a bit of a situation that I need to discuss you. Nothing bad, just needs to be discussed.
You're referring to the stowaway.
And I'll motion for her to come forward.
Okay. All right. She comes forward. And she says, I'm with him! And she points to you, Cloudhoof. Captain Reese looks at you and says, strange. Why didn't you introduce her when we were all exchanging pleasantries?
Well,
he gives you a little wink, like a little wink, you know what I'm saying? Like that maybe a short person wouldn't be able to see at the height you guys are at.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh, she's easy to miss sometimes.
Well, what can you do? She says, Miranda, and I am a chemist. I excel in paints and dyes, mostly. There's not a huge market for that, though. You'd think there would be. But he says, well, this old boat could certainly use a fresh coat of paint. All right. Welcome aboard. She seems relieved, and then she looks at you with a thankful look on her face, Cloudhoof, and then follows the captain as he kind of explains, the responsibilities of joining the crew, etc., etc.
Oh, well, it's better as best as I thought it could be.
All right. You guys hear a sort of drum kind of being beaten from up top. You have already kind of been informed that the drum is how Garrick kind of like lets people know that there's something going on. as the lookout, essentially. Because it's hard to blow a horn when you don't have lips. Yeah.
Surely there can be some sort of special, like, rubber attachment to the horn that lets them sort of clamp down on it.
It's so embarrassing,
Or
bro.
some
That's
other calling noise that he can make.
the special rubber beak adapter so that bird people can play horns. It's like the people that wear finger condoms. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, just because a tool exists doesn't mean you should be proud to use it. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
Listen, any finger condom users that are listening to this right now, don't let Crash shame you.
You should be ashamed of yourselves. But yeah, protect your fingers at all costs. That's your livelihood. If you're using finger condoms, it's a good chance that's your livelihood. Is using your
You only
fingers.
get one set.
Yeah, we're gonna bring up finger condoms.
I mean,
be
you're
like,
born
yeah,
with
Tanuki ball sack.
Hey.
Totally normal.
This is gonna do wonders for the algorithm.
Do you know what finger condoms are? They're like
I know what they
for
are.
people that work with like a lot of paper. They don't want to get paper cuts and stuff like that. Yeah.
I thought you put them over your finger if you get a cut in a restaurant.
That's also true.
Yeah, I use them for that too. Yeah. So, anyways, and they look
Also,
terrible.
you can make, instead of fingerless gloves, you can make just fingers if you just get 5 fingers.
All right. So he informs everyone who comes to see what he says. He says, "I see it up ahead, a landmass." You don't know how he sees it, but you realize then he has a spyglass, and he's also a Tengu, who have really great vision. But you look in the general direction that he's pointing, you can only see fog and clouds.
Ah, yes. Well, never mind. I wouldn't be there. I'd still be down looking at the engine.
Oh, okay.
You hear something?
His balls next to it, or you just like, oh, baby.
Oh yeah, no, I've been here. I've
okay.
been next to the engine all night.
All right. So whoever is up there talking to him, he does point ahead and say, "Oh, there it is." He says, "At the speed we're going, and with everything in the condition it's in, I think we should drop anchor as soon as we get the chance. We don't want to push it any further. From what I understand, the Hydroforge facility is located deeper in, but I don't want to risk it." The captain listens to what he says, deeply respects his opinion, and says, "Hey, I think you're right, and also I'm feeling a bit superstitious. I wouldn't want us to go too far in and not be able to get back out. Who knows what creature might be layering on the island. Yeah, it'd be best to keep the ship at the fringes. Maybe find a rock formation or a copse of trees, or to hide the ship." Oh, it's the Hydroforge. Hydro, like water. Yeah.
I thought it was Hydra this whole time.
Oh, no. The Hydras are back home in Terranathus at the Hydra farm.
Right.
Yeah, where they raise them to chop off their heads for food, and then it's a pretty gruesome situation. Yeah, no, this is the Hydroforge. This is where they used to process water from the mountain back on Galarian, and then pump it to all the different parts of the city, because the city does have plumbing and canals and all that good stuff.
So then they call this whole island that apparently people haven't been able to find for a while. They call the whole island the Hydroforge, but technically the Hydroforge is the facility on the island.
Correct. Right? Yep.
Okay.
You got it. All right. So Garrick says, "Well, we'll be there in about an hour. So everybody hold tight, and I'll keep a lookout for anything at all."
Check in with Miranda to see how good she is at making maps.
Okay.
With her knowledge of inks and stuff.
Oh, nice. Okay. Miranda says,
"Well, if this is a board game, I would have a +8 to making maps."
As we're exploring new territory, maps isn't a bad thing to have.
Actually,
Cartography.
she doesn't have cartography lore. She has crafting. So, you know what? Shit. She would actually have a plus 13. Because she has an additional plus 2 when it comes to creating visual art, which is, a map.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we have a good cartographer.
Yeah, see, she has this trait, the art specialist. Thank you, NPC Core. You are an amazing supplement. # not sponsored.
Oh, that came out already?
Oh, yeah, it's really good, too. It's, really good. All right, so, you have an hour, and you can assemble now a B team to take with you. You guys have been volunteered by Oscar to be the away team. In fact, you hear him loudly telling Captain Reese, "Hey, don't worry. Lucky Charm over there, he's got it knocked out, no problem. He's gonna head over there with a small elite team that won't draw a lot of attention to itself, and then he'll take them 2 nerds with him, so they'll know exactly what parts are needed for the ship." All right, so
what are our options for B team members?
You may literally take any 5 people on this boat with you.
Oh, nice. I take Grieving Aetherblade. Oh, no.
Well, you have to carry him, and that's going to be a lot of bulk. I'm just saying.
Well, actually, I want to kind of get to that.
Is his new name Todd?
Oh, wait, yeah. Wait. Did
I have
you
a friend that accidentally names all NPCs that he comes up with the name on the spot for Ted, so I think his name's just Ted.
Well, you did take this one prisoner, Grateful Aetherblade. He's tied up. Did you guys want to do anything with him?
Oh, it was Grateful.
Oh, I thought Grieving was the one we took prisoner. I thought Grateful was just straight dead.
I think Grieving died, right? Wasn't it?
It was Grateful. It was Grateful. It was the one.
Yeah, it was Grateful. Yeah.
I would say Grieving said last legs and Grateful has a skull on him, so that was why I figured.
Oh, no. Let's see.
Until he falls asleep the night before, and until someone gets him, Songbo will be continuing to work on the engine and the various holes throughout the hull.
Okay.
I like to assist there. We're working. I feel like this thing's about to fall apart if we don't, so.
I will grab the beautiful artwork of the captured Aetherblade in case it is needed.
Probably.
Damn. Okay.
Damn.
Because he's gonna take on a new identity as a pirate.
Is that why I got there's some menace in that? Not for long. I don't know. I'm feeling a little nervous now.
I don't know. I'm not gonna intervene.
I'm just tracking up a recruitment document. That's all.
Look, we can make him a true pirate. We just remove an eye and a leg. You know
oh my god.
Oh god.
Oh. Well, his name is not Ted. His name is actually Samuel. I was actually going to make his name Ted, but it turns out he already has a name. So.
It's crashing every single one of his NPCs. Gives them full, rich backstories.
I mean, it feels like it sometimes. It feels like it. Let's see.
Or you can just go the Stormtrooper route. Or sorry, the Clone Trooper route.
Well, they gave themselves names, though. In all of those rich and exciting stories that they told about clones. Like the Bad Bunch. That was pretty good. No, nobody Bad Bunch fan. No, well,
Bad Batch.
Bad Batch, thanks.
You're mixing it up with the Brady Bunch.
Didn't they have like the only girl clone or something? Wasn't that the whole premise?
Yep.
Okay. She was the Jedi. She was one of the only Jedi that wasn't killed by Order 626. There was only about 600 Jedi that weren't killed by that.
She's a Force-sensitive clone.
Oh, yes. Yes. Sorry for all the spoilers, everybody. All right. Samuel would eventually wake up. This is Samuel without his armor on. Hold on. There you go.
Oh,
Is his middle name L?
Oh, he's adorable.
Yeah,
yeah,
he's
no, I do regret what I was gonna do.
What were you gonna do?
Never mind.
I don't know. Is he romantic?
Looks so happy.
So yeah, Samuel wakes. You've taken away all his armor and weapons.
Holy, you didn't take away his gun.
Even his father's even his father's pistol. He
Ah,
immediately tries to move, but you have him tied to the mast, and he says, what happened? What did you do?
so glad you
Your
can,
side
you can
lost.
join us.
Join you? Ah, shit.
Well, no, I meant like, wake up, join us, waking, whatever. Sure.
Oh,
but what the big guy said, you and your boys, girls, whoever else was in that armor, yeah, you guys kind of lost that fight.
Unfortunate. That's unfortunate.
So, couple of questions, and depending on how truthful you are, we'll be generous, or we can cut this real quick and just send you overboard.
Well, I'm going to tell you, I don't want to go overboard, so let's hear what these questions are.
Awesome. All right, what's your name, sir?
My name is Samuel. Samuel Tedison.
Samuel Tedison. Okay. You are a member of the Aether Blades, yes?
I was. He looks at you. He looks at you meaningfully.
You were. Good man, you're learning quick. So, you and your fellows, was there a commanding officer or superior that gave the orders to track down the big-breasted, bispectacle woman?
Well, I mean, I'm pretty low ranking, so I just, followed the orders of my direct commanding officer.
Right. But I mean, that would still be helpful, who they were, just in case we ever run into them.
Oh, have you heard of Darius Duke?
Have I heard of Darius Duke?
I mean, you can give me a recall knowledge. Fanspobot's not sure. They're like, they're a little confused. So.
Oh, I didn't have.
Okay.
I was using Fanspobot as the camera so I can see the whole ship.
No worries. All right. Yeah, with your Terranathus lore. Oh, okay. Yeah. With your Terranathus lore, you do know who Darius Duke is. Cloudhoof, you are not 100% sure who Darius Duke is. But you know that he is a lieutenant in the Aether Blades, and he is sort of in charge of the docks district.
Okay. And would this kind of lead into, we know that the Aether Blades are by district, essentially?
Correct.
Okay.
Well, each district does have a lieutenant that is in charge of it.
Right.
And then they all answer to their boss lady, who is also a member of the council.
Right.
Yep.
Okay. Well, that was useful enough, at least. Do you at least know how many others were given this order to chase us down?
Well, the command came out that we needed to apprehend some pirates, some humanoid trafficking pirates, like slavers.
Slavers.
Yeah, you guys.
Yeah. Do you recall if there's any specific descriptions on that order?
Yeah. You had taken a very important nobleman's daughter. He looks around and says, she apparently had huge eyes and glasses that allowed her to see really well. She's a dwelf. Her father is an elven wizard. Her mother was a dwarven engineer. She kind of got brown skin. I saw her during the fight. I think I might have stabbed her. It was kind of a blur. In the heat of battle, I just sort of like a switch flips off, you know?
Right, battle lust. And, you just gotta pull out that blade and just get to stabbing whatever's close, huh?
Well, I asked for a gun sword, but they said no, it wouldn't be regulation. I like guns more than swords. I only became an Aether Blade to honor my father.
He, famous Aether Blade captain? Or...
No, he was a sky pirate.
Oh.
Yeah, but he sent me a letter that said, don't ever come look for me. I threw my life away chasing a fool's dream. Make something of yourself. Become a man of honor. And I really couldn't think of anything more honorable than being an Aether Blade, so that's what I decided to do.
Ah, that wasn't the direction I was thinking this was gonna go. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought
it wasn't really as honorable as I thought it would be. It turns out that when you're a guard, you get to do a lot of real shady stuff.
Yeah. We've seen some things.
I mean, I've honestly seen more honor just like in the average citizen, helping out their neighbor than I ever saw like the Aether Blade doing. But
maybe I had you pegged wrong. I originally thought that you
Whoa, I know you're pirates, but I'm not really ready for the pegging part.
Don't worry, that'll be your initiation later. That's a joke, by the way.
Okay. He blushes a little bit and says, right, a joke. Yeah, okay.
I thought you said that you were gonna be an Aether Blade because you wanted to go arrest your father, who was a nasty sky pirate, but I guess I'm totally wrong.
Nah. I love my dad. He told me he was gonna go off and explore the skies, bring back a fortune for me and my mom.
Okay. Well, this ship could use some additional crew. I see that you very much like to continue living. So, how about you think about joining? You could be a sky pirate and may possibly meet your dad again. We're going to be traveling around quite a bit.
This is a tough decision. I could be a sky pirate, or I could fall for a long time. Maybe forever. Yeah. Oh, all right. I've thought it over. I will become a sky pirate.
Awesome. Sounds good.
Like my father before me.
Just one other thing. I'm just going to roll the sense motive check real quick. So don't.
Yeah, sure. Okay. I mean, I'm literally one former guard on a ship full of outlaws. I mean, what could I really do? I mean, maybe I could get access to your radio and try to radio for help. I mean, I could definitely try to do that. I could also probably sabotage the ship, poison all your food, pour all of your drinkable water overboard.
I think the radio is down.
Seduce all your women, turn them against you.
That must scare you, son of a bitch. No, it's kidding.
I don't
I'll
think you'll be able to do that last part.
I'll fucking kill you.
Alright, you guys sense the hell out of his motives. He definitely seems like he's a little bummed about his friends dying and getting captured. And he definitely feels like he failed. But he does seem pretty pragmatic. Like, there's honor, I guess, in being like, fuck you guys, throw me off the boat. But, like, you kind of get the vibe that This guy wouldn't
He likes
mind living
living?
a little. Yeah, he likes living. He likes living.
That seems to be a common theme as I look towards you. All right. Well, we'll kind of look. I think it's Jade and Cloudhoof and Lawrence. You guys all here? It seems like it's just Isaac and Songbo who are below deck.
Yeah. I'm assuming Loris is there because he rolled a sense motive, so maybe he's perched.
That's what I thought as well.
He's like perched creepily somewhere. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Okay, Batman. Well,
where are the cages?
Where's a girl? Well, I have no problems with this man. He seems wanting to live and willing to work. How about you guys?
Hey, we need all the help we can get at this point.
Any way I could have my father's gun back?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
You'll hand it to him. And
All
he'll
right.
hand him only 5 bullets.
5 bullets?
You'll earn your rest.
I like to think that
an eye on him.
I think Songbo and Isaac are downstairs. Like, do you think they would actually? Do you think they're going to just interrogate that guard? You don't think they would, like, I don't know, try to befriend him and give him a weapon? That wouldn't happen.
We did. That's what we did with you, right? And that's turned out well. Listen, there's 3 ways this could go.
Mhm.
One, they just keep him prisoner. If they can't decide anything, us 2 decisive ones, we're down here. That might be how things go. They might just not be able to make a choice. You know.
That's fair.
Another option is that he could upset them somehow, and they'll like throw him over the side or something. If that happens, I'm sure that we'll hear the scream through the portholes as he's falling, right? So we'll know that way for sure too. And then the other way is we could take the same route we did with you, right? Where we talk to him and then we're like, you know what? We're gonna give you a chance, and then we try to get them to sort of swap over to our side. Those are the 3 ways I can see this going.
Okay. Well, fair enough. Right, well.
All right, so you untie him, you give him back his gun, you give him 5 bullets. You explain to the captain that he now is a part of the crew also?
Yep.
Okay.
Also,
the captain says...
Captain Reese,
oh, okay.
I don't think that ever happened. Really,
oh, all right. Yeah, everybody was kind of everywhere. Okay. All right, so you head... Sorry. Goldleaf heads with...
have to be careful about
with Samuel to speak with Captain Reese. Is anybody else up to anything? You guys down marveling over the engine and whispering sweet nothings to it so that it doesn't break down before you reach the island?
That's the game plan, yeah.
Okay. All right. Cloudhoof and Jade, anything?
I'm just kind of relaxing for now.
All right, fair enough.
I'm
Loris?
going to chat with Seraphine.
Oh, okay. All right. So, Loris, we'll be back to you in a second. All right, you head over to Seraphim. All right. You catch Seraphim as she's getting ready to climb the ladder. She turns and says, "Oh, Jade, I see that you were helping with the processing of that Aether Blade." And she absentmindedly rubs the recent wound she received from the Aether Blade sword.
Oh, never mind him. I've just come to see if you're okay. I know that you took an injury, so I wanted to make sure that you were better.
Yes, your healing hands did so much to help me. Thank you.
Of course, I'm glad I could help. As far as the Aether Blade, it seems that he's become a recruit, but I am going to keep an eye on him.
She kind of whispers to you, "That shouldn't be hard. He's surprisingly handsome."
I know. I wonder what he puts in his hair.
He says, would it be strange to ask him? I don't think he would put anything in his hair, though. If he has a helmet on all the time, wouldn't it just get in his eyes when he was sweating?
Oh, maybe it's just from all the humidity in his helmet. Maybe I need to wear a helmet.
Yes, but you need a helmet that has little holes cut in it for your ears.
Oh,
I
but
guess.
wouldn't I look so cute?
Yeah, I think I would need ear holes for a helmet as well. You guys start discussing alternative player skins available for a limited time during upcoming festival. Yeah. Only 600 in-game special premium currency, and you can have Jade in helmet skin. Fantastic.
I mean, honestly, I feel like this campaign is pretty much based off of like Tales of the series. So it wouldn't put me past like, oh, we have the swimsuit DLC pack. We have the armored guard.
I only played one Tales of Symphonia, and I thought it was a pretty good game. I thought Tales of Symphonia was a pretty good game. So that's the only Tales game I played, though. I felt like Skies of Arcadia was like a Tales adjacent game, though. I felt like it was a Tales adjacent game. Yeah. All right. Loritz, up to you. You up to anything, or are you just brooding, watching?
Just brooding on a perch, just looking over, looking out into the fog.
Mm-hmm. Okay. You see this gnome woman. She's watching you speculatively.
He looks at her at the corner of his eye in that kind of shifting, imperceptible way.
She's giving you big pigeon vibes. Big pigeon vibes.
She's looking at me like she might want to put some color on me.
Oh yeah, you're picking up the vibes. Yep.
Is there something I can help you with?
Oh, hi. My name's Miranda. I can't help but notice that you're a very matte gray.
That's because I'm a creature of stone.
Now, as a creature of stone that's matte gray, you've had to deal with this before. The gnomes of Galarian are obsessed with color, curiosity, having fun, never being bored. And it is a unfortunate, common incident among your people to be graffitied by gnomes.
My people prefer to blend in with the landscape. It allows us to serve our primary function more adeptly.
Oh, but you're not in the city anymore. You're on a colorful pirate ship, and that means this is the best opportunity ever for you to finally explore the world of colors.
Word shifts uncomfortably.
I feel like this woman has like a can of spray paint that she's slowly taking out of her back.
Why don't we just start with some toning?
What is it you would suggest?
I'm thinking eyebrows.
I don't understand.
Well, those things above your eyes. We could put, lines there, so that when you're moving them, people could see them easier and know what you're thinking. Right now, it just looks like you're angry or sad, or angry and sad. But if there were lines there, we'd know for sure. We'll just start with that, and you kind of try it out, see how you feel, and then, if you're like, ooh, I like that, we could, move on to other stuff.
People do tell me I look gravelly and unpleasant.
Oh, no, I don't think that's not true.
I will try out your eyebrows.
Okay. All right, I will roll the check to see how well she draws eyebrows on you.
A request a Photoshop update on his token.
Okay. These are rudimentary at best. You could tell that she's very nervous when she draws them. It is up to you if you feel that a 16 is impressive.
I'm trying to find the name. Is it Groucho Marx, the guy with the giant eyebrows?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So maybe she went a little too far, you might say. She went a little too far. There's some big, heavy hand-drawn eyebrows on your guy now. And she looks a little nervous as she takes out a silver mirror and shows you.
Does my face look more expressive?
It definitely does.
As he looks,
Kind of more intimidating than it was before.
as he looks at the reflection, he kind of just smiles to himself.
Yeah, why don't we check back a little bit, see how that works out for you, and then, we could try some other stuff.
It is not the worst thing that anyone has ever painted on me. Thank you.
We could put bright, confusing patterns on your wings, and then when you fan them, it could scare people.
That is quite the idea.
Mm-hmm. Okay. She scampers off.
Okay.
And you are noticing more and more around the ship, murals and drawings of the crew are popping up everywhere.
She brings good life to the ship.
All right. So, Goldleaf, you reach Captain Reese with Samuel. And Captain Reese says, oh, there you are. And who is this? The Aether Blade you took prisoner?
He is. His name is Samuel. And
Right.
the man likes living more than falling for all eternity. So there's only really two options.
Billy Bong says, Captain, if you don't mind me saying, you can't trust the Aether Blades. They're not like us, real men who work on their morals. These guys, they only care about accolades and being better than everybody else. And pushing little guys down, and taking their cookies away, pulling their pants down so everyone can see their hairy butt, then laughing at them. As a random example, sir. Captain Reese looks from Billy Bong to Samuel. Samuel is at military attention, with a stern discipline. Captain Reese says, what are you good at doing? And Samuel says, unfortunately, sir, I'm only good at killing. Then Captain Reese says, well, unfortunately, there's going to be a lot of killing to do.
Let's say ship security.
Go check in with Dust. He'll find something for you to do. Alright. And he salutes and he heads off.
Oh, that was actually surprisingly easy.
As he does, you see him checking out Clive.
Let him
but
walk onto that line.
But Dust kind of shakes his head no. Motions for him to come over to him. Alright.
Captain Reese, I don't think I ever introduced myself. Goldleaf. Pleasure to meet you.
Ah, yes, the Lucky Charm. Well, I wish I had you around when I made a series of unfortunate mistakes.
I would have been honored to be around. A living legend. Iron Gale Dunal, sorry. I never thought I'd actually get to meet you.
Yeah, not much of an Iron Gale anymore. But I appreciate the kind words.
Yeah, people still sing your songs in the taverns.
Well, that's because no one's been able to sail proper. Make stories worth singing new songs about. The damn council has kept us all locked away like prisoners.
That they have. Only one other time that I've been outside the city, and, well, it was a bit of a doozy. But in any case, I accept your challenge. I'll make another song worthy of your legend.
Make a song worthy of your own legend.
Oh, that's already going to be in the process, but I can take a little bit extra on the side.
You're a returned, aren't you? Not a real Leshy.
That I am.
I can always tell. Can always tell. He kind of like looks past you and like around the ship, and he says, "There's you. There's Clive. There's Jade. I wonder."
There's Songbow as well.
Songbow.
Our engineer friend. He's down in the engine.
He's returned as well.
As far as I know. Is that correct, Nathan?
No, but I love the
I love the misinformation. Yeah. He says, there used to be, well, such a rarity, but it feels like 1 in 100, 1 in 50. It's unnatural and on the rise.
Is it something that's new or something that they develop better studying for these days?
He looks over at you and he does a double take at your eyebrows.
Sorry, that was more of an autism joke.
And he says, I studied the returned as best I can. I'm not a scholar, and access to the real libraries, well, it takes quite a bit of coin. But what I've learned has been troubling. I traveled for a time, with Loritz over there. He was seeking a cure for his people, and I was seeking a cure for myself. But what I didn't tell him is I was also looking for knowledge, anything about the returned, what it meant to be one, to become one, and why it was happening. He and we traveled to a monastery. Had broken off from the city. It was said to have secrets of Pharasma's followers kept there. We found the place, but it was guarded. Some draconic beast had found the island that had been created by the breakage from the mountain, claimed it as its lair. Tried to fight it on the ship, but the best we could do was wound it, send it retreating. But the condition of the ship was, well, it would have meant. Nay, no. A mighty sky dragon. Cloud dragons, they're called, and apparently they love the plane of air. You may roll a recall knowledge on Cloud Dragon if you would like.
I will.
Okay. Loritz, you only remember the fight against the dragon. You don't actually remember too much of the details about the dragon.
It was fucking terrifying.
Yeah. You'd have to estimate that the dragon you faced was maybe a CR-19 threat. which is part of why you guys were pretty excited when it ran away after being injured, and you guys were like, "Nope, guess those secrets will have to remain secret."
I decided it was better to live with a sky sickness.
Goldleaf, according to legends, at heart, cloud dragons are wanderers, explorers, and travelers who enjoy nothing more than seeing new lands and meeting unusual creatures. Cloud dragons range in color from light blue to a pale milky white and have thick curling horns and rather short snouts. They like to keep layers among the extreme altitudes of the highest mountain peaks, but are away on their many journeys as often as they are home. Cloud dragons spend long hours surveying lands and flying over from great heights, but they are creatures of whim, making it hard to predict what will pique their curiosity and bring them winging down to converse or investigate something on the ground. Cloud dragons seldom perform acts of outright malice, but they are not charitable. A cloud dragon is as likely to simply pluck something they desire off the ground and fly away with it as they are to bargain fairly. Once they reach the ancient age category, their wanderlust diminishes, and they often retire to the elemental plane of air.
Interesting.
However, an ancient cloud dragon's hoard is the stuff of legends, featuring the greatest arts, magical items, menageries, and treasures from a lifetime of adventure.
Whistle, I would whistle.
Mm.
The art stuff, yeah. Well, I'm surprised you all were able to make it back alive after encountering a cloud dragon of all things.
Many of us did not.
We didn't know what it was when we faced it. It's only later, through research, that I was able to determine what the beast was. Had I known then what I know now, I might have tried to parlay with it, but we got off on the wrong foot. Most creatures don't like chatting after they take an arcane cannon barrage to the chest.
Yeah, I'll do it. Or they don't like you talking about going to stab them when you're right next to them either. Well, maybe you'll get that second chance if we ever run into something of that nature. Or we find something else that deals with the returns. I'm pretty sure you have an idea of the person that we are currently with who has a great deal connection to it.
Yes, I'm not afraid to tell you. That's the only reason I agreed to put this ship back into service. This Sun Shadow fella, he's the premier expert on the returned.
Yes.
And I'm pretty sure he had to flee the city because he discovered some truth that the Council don't want anyone to know.
And that the council is willing to kill even his kin to make sure that it's not known. Which is the fine predicament we find ourselves in. Well, in either case, I don't think we're really going to get far without some repair to this old bird. I think I heard the boys talking just earlier saying that it needs quite a bit of work. Well, I guess Oscar has volunteered our group to go on land, so we'll start checking things out.
You guys start preparing gear. Oh, I did want to check in with the group. Would it be okay if I grab that shield out of the group inventory?
Knock yourself out.
Go for it. What was it? Tower shield or fortress shield? Yeah, go for it. Morning, Silver Eye.
She nods at you.
Actually, pardon me if I do say, I feel like I saw you the other day. Not just on this ship, but
Oh, did you?
yeah, there
Well,
was someone
what
that
if I
really
told you that the day we met in the sewers was the same day we met in the elevator? It was a long day.
Wow, shit, that was a long day.
It was yesterday.
And it was yesterday.
It was yesterday. Oh, well, glad to have you on board. And looking forward to seeing you decapitate more of our enemies. Let me know if you ever
Yes.
need a boost.
Nothing enhances a day quite like the spray from an artery. As you walk away, you hear her talking to Miranda. I'm something of an artist myself.
Don't hear the rest of that conversation.
All right. Nerd Squad. You have a grocery list of things that you will need to get the ship in working shape. I will make it a journal entry for you. I guess I could just make it a quest entry. Oh man, we got all the greatest tools. Thank you, Foundry. All right.
Oh, never mind. Those shields are bad. Orchard shield is not good.
Add quest. A questicle, as it were. Okay.
Would it be easier just to get a new engine? I feel like it's just easier to get a new engine.
Are we gonna be able to find a new one?
Probably not.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to do more things sort of like this. And I gestured to where we just shoved the wrench in to make a connection the first time.
Mhm.
Like, we'll do our best, obviously, but I think this is gonna be a work in progress for quite some time.
Yeah. I can't remember. How do we open our journal?
You hit
I think it's
J.
J button.
Oh well.
Yeah. I gotta put it in there though. The problem is how I have it formatted versus how it wants it formatted. You know, so like the eternal struggle over here. Let's see. It functions off of bulleted lists, but I function off of bulleted lists, so we're sort of at an impasse here about whose bulleted list is best. So let's see. I've almost got it formatted. While I'm getting that list together, it shouldn't have any impact on who you choose for your B team. You guys may want to discuss who your B team is going to be.
Yes.
I want to see what you's made of.
Yeah, I was thinking of some of the people who we probably would want to prove to us that they're going to be pretty good. So like you,
Yeah.
Samuel, Miranda, Billabong, and I guess Kalos to kind of maybe keep them all in line.
All right, and as a reminder with the B team, they can all perform basic B team actions, but in order to get their unique actions, you have to increase their influence to a certain level. However, when you do daily preparations, you can designate one or more of them to be activated, which means they can't use B team actions, but they can be activated as minions once per combat round. Which, depending on how strong they are, could be pretty fucking good. Being an activated minion, definitely passively increases their influence. And if it's a quest that they want to go on, or an adventure they want to go on, it will raise it faster. And if it is specifically like their side quest or something, then they will demand to go as an activated B2 member.
I feel like this Hydroforge one is a little bit general. So we're
Oh,
it's
definitely general. It's definitely general.
So we're good on that. I mean, we probably could have Silver Eye as one, but I don't know.
Yeah, I think maybe that's actually a good idea. So we get 5, right? So I think Samuel for sure. I think you for sure. I think Kalos for sure. And then I think Silvara should be one of them also. And then maybe also Miranda. That way we're bringing...
No Billabong? I thought for sure you would have wanted Billabong.
No, because he doesn't want him to die.
Well, no,
he's on a beekeep contract.
Kalos because he's like the one we actually have like a real connection with, and the others because they're like the new ones that I feel like we should keep an eye on.
Right. Not leave him on the ship. I agree with that. I really thought you were going to say Billabong was going to be one.
Don't want to leave them home by themselves yet.
Or maybe he's a secret weapon that we leave on the ship.
Yeah, like somebody has to defend the ship all by themselves, and that's Billy.
That's
well. Remember, the captain's only going to authorize you taking 5 people. Like, he's going to need to keep somebody on the ship. Yeah.
I mean, I'm fine with that. So we're saying Kalos, Miranda, you, Samuel, and Silvara.
Yeah.
I'm going to assume that Seraphine is not a BT member at this time.
Yeah, I think she's still questing.
She is actually now a BT member.
Oh.
Yeah. You just have to get away from the city.
I guess that's technically another option then, if we wanted to bring Seraphine with us.
Is Bubbles like a 2-for-1 deal for her?
No,
or
Bubbles is his own guy, yeah.
Do we have somebody who's already been here before? I mean, that could be...
I don't think anybody's really been here.
Yeah, I feel like it's one of those mysterious islands.
Okay.
That may be Cassian back in his wicked days. Who knows?
All right.
Used to lead a gang of raiders out of the Hydroforge. I know a secret Skyrim back door to the dungeon.
I don't know why, but Cassian's reminding me of like Silver's Rayleigh. Just this old badass.
All right, I think I have managed to make the shopping list not tell you the location of every item, which is good. Now I can share it with you. I hope nobody looked at it before that, but let's see. Airship shopping list. Unhide it. There you go. So if you hit J, you should see the airship shopping list. So you gotta find 12 items. The float stone core. This is the fuel for your ship. It's required to restore the float engine and maintain stable hover at high altitudes. The float stone condenser ring. It's a brass and mithril ring used to compress and stabilize levitation fields. This ship's in bad shape, guys. You need the steam jet pressure valve. Regulates power burst and steam assisted propulsion systems needed to reactivate emergency thrust control. The arc socket spell battery. You gotta find a defunct magic capacitor, large and heavy, designed to store evocation spells needed for defense weaponry recharging. You need this ceramic flux resistor. Prevents catastrophic discharge during aetheric surges. Helps with engine startup sequence. The Dwarven Forge gear assembly. Custom machine forge part specifically for Dwarven airframe alignments. It's essential for flight stabilization. You need the etheric signal amplifier. Enhances long-range crystal-based radio communications. Required to contact allies or cities mid-flight. You need the mithril conduit cables. These are ultra-conductive flexible cables for magical and mechanical integration used to reconnect multiple disconnected systems. The floatstone gyroscopic ring, a delicate mechanism that stabilizes your vertical lift, required to steady the ship during windy conditions. The emergency alchemical fire suppression canisters. These basically help put out fires in the ship. You need some golem grade pneumatic stabilizers. These reinforced piston rods help you against impact and ramming from your own ship and from other ships. And then a flight record sphere. Oh wait, don't read that last part. I guess that's a spoiler. God damn it, list. All right.
How is this ship still in the air?
The last one should just be weapon systems. And it should just be anything you'd find. Alright, there you go.
Quite the list.
Now, this isn't an exhaustive list. You don't need all of these things, but this is Songbow and Isaac. This is what you guys.
This is our wish list.
To have the ship
This is
actually
bigger.
to actually have the ship function, it would be nice to have those things.
This is your Amazon wish
Yes.
list.
Yeah, so we come up with a list, and it's like, okay, well, here's the 4 things that were actually damaged in the fight, but here's all of the things that were missing before we even got here.
We can bypass all of this by just getting a different system. I understand if you don't want to go that route.
Was that to the captain?
That's that.
I mean, the captain looks over your list and he says, "Oh, good job, boys. This is good. This is really good. You know your stuff."
Yeah, these are all of the lists of things that I wouldn't have sold if I owned an airship.
Yeah, pretty much.
He narrows his eyes. Well, I wasn't planning to ever set sail again.
Well, since you did,
But
you probably should have bought the.
You could have just sold the whole airship if you weren't planning to sail again, and you would have been a lot
I
more
couldn't have
money
sold
that
the
way.
whole ship. I couldn't. I wouldn't.
I will say, if you have, most people have a base, so you know, if they're just looking for parts. It might be more beneficial than scrap it. You know.
What's done is done. Now, looking this over, if I had to say which of these is the priority, which one we cannot do without, we need to get the radio up. So if you could find... if you could find the signal amplifier, that would be very good. We're gonna need as much floatstone as you could find. I know it's unlikely they'd have any at the Hydroforge. They didn't really do anything with airships there before everything happened. But it does contain a chunk of the mountaintop, and the mountain itself is where we found the floatstone originally.
Wait, I'm sorry. You said the amplifier is priority over, like, say, the condenser ring that regulates if we're going up or down?
Well, you know, we can sort that sort of stuff out manually. But no amount of piloting skill is going to let us listen in on radio signals to see if we're being pursued by the Aether Blade or pirates.
All right. I'll leave this up to the people who are smarter than me to make that determination.
Yeah, if you could find
Oh,
anything.
we're just gonna find everything we can.
Yeah, well, of course. Yeah. All right, who are you taking with you?
We're gonna take most of the newbies. Actually, I think almost all of them. You can keep Bubbles on the ship in case you need to lift things and read books, and obviously Oscar will stay here because he's an old man. And
Bubbles super sad about not going. Super sad about not going.
Billy Bong, of course, he
Oscar
needs some
super
muscle.
happy about not going. Oscar's super happy about not going. All right, Billy Bong is going or staying?
He's staying.
Oh, all right. He pretends to be upset about not going, but is very happy to.
Billy, you're the best guard we have. You must guard the ship.
It's true. It's true. I know.
Cassian, he's gonna stay because he's gonna be able to keep a good eye out on any sort of treacherous pirates that could come.
He has the wisdom to know what threats could be in the area.
Sure. Yeah.
Obviously, your crew will stay for now. They're the most familiar with the ship if anything is to happen.
All right. So Clive, Dust, and Garrick are staying. Okay.
Billy, I want you
looks
to
over
take
at you.
take those cookies out of your pocket.
What are you talking about?
You know what I'm talking.
Why?
You don't know who might attack. And if you have those cookies in your pocket, they're going to beat the shit out of you for them.
All right. Give me a deception or an intimidation.
I don't know if I'm deceiving him. That's literally
All right.
what I watched that happen.
All right. Give me a diplomacy. Give me a diplomacy.
Nah, I'll deceive. I'll deceive.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I don't say mother dude.
The deception is you want the cookies, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, will you critically convince him to give up the last of his cookies? With
Give them.
tears streaming down his face, he empties his underpants, his helmet, the secret compartment in his helmet, his pouch, and then he even had a little flap on his scale mail that he lifted up, and there was a cookie under there too. All together, he had 15 cookies left.
All right, give those to Louis. He's looking pale.
All right, blubbering fucking snot bubble, just tears streaming down his face. He hands the 15 cookies to you, Loritz.
Why are you giving these to me? I do not
It looks like
sustenance of such.
It looks like your blood sugar.
Where's what's her face? Who's the gnome's name? Miranda. I look to Miranda. Do you like cookies?
I love them.
Give the cookies to Miranda.
All right. You could just delete them because she eats all of them immediately. right in front of Billy Bug.
Songbow, your blood sugar.
Songbow stands in front of Billy Bung and surreptitiously takes the one cookie that he has out from his bag and holds it behind his back right in front of Billy Bung.
The one from yesterday that you went into the canals with?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. All right, he takes the soggy, re-dried, but now very chewy cookie from you, and he tucks it away.
Like the red chips away.
I will add one cookie back to his character sheet.
The cookies are gonna get that man killed.
I think he's okay with that.
All right. Re-equipped with a cookie, he's ready for fucking anything.
The motivation to keep that cookie safe.
Yeah.
Let's redouble his effort.
So that leaves to stay with us, to come with us on the island. Kalos and Silvara.
Whoa! You need me to come with you? Are you sure? I mean, I have a bow. I could shoot things that try to attack the ship.
I
Carlos has
I thought
proven.
you'd want to support your friend Cloudhoof on his first
Damn.
offshore mission
That's
as
fucked up.
as an outlaw. But if I was
Right.
wrong, that's okay. You can
And we
stay
need-
here.
His bright green eyes dim a little bit, and he looks away, embarrassed. Go ahead and give me a diplomacy, please.
We need someone that we have been with for quite some time. That's my 8 attempt.
The 2 days instead of 1 day. Got you.
It was a long day.
All right, give me that diplomacy.
Can I do a raw intelligence check instead? Because Songbow's not doing this. He's just saying things.
I'm sorry, it must be a diplomacy.
All right. I've got a +2, but
All right. Wow.
excellent.
Okay, all right. So your rationale, he gets a little upset and embarrassed about it. And then Goldleaf, you make him feel better about it, but he's just gonna ask Cloudhoof. He's gonna say, Cloudhoof, do you need me to come with you? Or do you want me to stay here and protect the ship?
I can't tell you to do anything, my friend. You have to decide what's best for yourself.
Oh,
We can just take bubbles. It's fine. Like,
Kalos, your help would be invaluable to us.
oh, really?
Of course.
no, Kalos, you don't have to come if you don't want to. It's fine. Just stay on the ship.
He's so conflicted
I mean,
down.
we're definitely gonna need some security on the ship, but
Huh? All right.
You
I
can
don't
come if you
know.
want to.
I feel like, but we could also we have no idea what we're gonna find at the Hydroforge. We could use a little bit of long range support. And I kind of look at Jade and give. Well, I don't have eyes. Never mind. I can't wink at you.
My
Right.
eye spots.
You cover one eye hole with your hands.
My own hand.
But you like do it slowly so it looks like
All
a
right,
wing.
you know what?
Like
You
an
guys
eye-
have this boy. You have this boy so mixed up. I'm just gonna roll. If it's odd, he stays. If it's even, he goes. All right. He says, "You know what? I'll go. It's fine. It's all about adventure, anyways, isn't it?"
It's all about adventure.
Absolutely.
Okay. He looks like he's going to be sick. In fact, he throws up over the side of the ship, right onto the floatstone engine, so then the vomit just gets stuck, floating there.
Turns into a saucer.
God damn. All right.
All right. Samuel, you're with us.
Oh, yeah?
It's-
I mean, if you don't have everyone else to protect you, what if I turn on you? You think the 7 of you can handle me?
Yes.
Well,
You're
that's
with us
yes.
also. We want to give you a chance to really shine. And tell you what, we were really impressed with you in the elevator and on the deck of the ship there. So we really like you to tag along if you don't mind.
He says, my honor would not allow me to turn you down.
Like not even if I give you an option, but like saying if you don't mind and it's up to you.
Nothing is up to me. My life is forfeit. Also, I'm not going to stay on the ship with that silver-eyed elf.
Ah, that's
About
good because
that.
she's coming with us as well.
When you say that, he gets so pale, and you see like a fucking like emoji ghost kind of effect like go across his face. She
Just an
steps
emoji
up
ghost
and
coming out of his
says,
mouth.
you. It's nice to meet you. You can just call me Silver Eye. He just stares blankly ahead and says, it is nice to meet you too. She says, I hear that you were a member of the Order. He's I was, but not anymore. I thought once you remember for life. And he says, my life is forfeit.
Silver Eye, familiarize us with your status with the Silver Ravens at this time.
Do I have to? Don't you want, like, me to be mysterious and have, like, a mysterious story that you're trying to figure out?
I'm gonna assume that you're also on the outs with them, and you're also not a part of the order anymore.
Well, I'm on the outs in so much as the leader of our order had a hit put out on me after
That's where we met you! When you fell down into the sewer!
Well, that was after falling several stories onto a sky bridge and then falling off the sky bridge and then going down into the sewers.
But
Like
that was when you. That was when.
factory.
Yeah, falling from factory.
Yeah.
Wish I had ear holes. I wanted to keep all that a mystery.
I mean, it's not much of a mystery. The reason why he ordered my death, that's the mystery. And it's a mystery I will not be sharing, because that information is too dangerous for anyone else to have to know. When she says that, even without an insight check, her remaining eye looks distant and haunted, as though she is carrying the most dangerous secret.
Oh yes, it's much better for all of us to be in the dark, and that way none of us can expect anything coming. I can see how much of a greater chance that is.
I mean, sounds
that's a good
perfect to
point.
me. A woman with a mystery? Perfect. Gives her a thumbs up.
She gives you a thumbs up.
Oh, speaking of honor, Samuel, yeah, you's coming with us, so we're honorable.
Samuel says, you are the Silvara Dusk Whisper of the Silver Eyes? Well, and she looks at him, and he looks at her, and she looks at him, and he looks at her. He just gives her one curt nod, and he says, I'm glad we never had to run into each other at work. Okay, so who is your fifth person?
And Miranda.
Miranda?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, Miranda says, how exciting! I bet there's all sorts of dangerous chemicals there. We can see what practical uses they might have, or impractical.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited for that part too.
All right, this is the B team you have selected.
She brings a touch of whimsy.
Bring a touch of something, I'm sure.
I am a huge fan of the Galarian gnomes, the little aliens that they are. I think they're great. All right, I'll grab these guys and I'll bring them over to the map, and then I'll bring you guys over to the map. So the ship lands in a forested, sort of rocky coastline. It is hard to see much, but as you sort of embark inland through the woods, the mist does start to lift, and you are able to kind of see where you're going and what you're doing. It's an unusual phenomenon. It is almost like there is a pocket of air that is sort of repelling or just doesn't have time for the dense fog bank that seems to envelop the island. Bring you over to the exploration map. So you guys find yourselves in like a ravine. Maybe. Let's see. No? Didn't wanna paste my little dudes? Didn't paste my dudes down? Damn. Alright, let me go back and grab my dudes. Alright, let's see.
I guess as we're
What's it?
disembarking, Goldleaf will just tell Seraphine that we're gonna go try and find some stuff to repair the ship, and she should just get some rest.
Oh, okay. She says you don't need me to go with you? I know a thing or two about the Old Hydroforge.
I think we should be alright. But if there's something particular, we'll come back. Also, I do feel like some of these new people who joined us may want to try and see what they're all about.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Also, I'm pretty sure I overheard Songbo and Isaac not exactly happy when you tried to be at the engine room yesterday. Maybe just probably give some
they were
space.
so rude to me. It's just typical boorish male behavior. I run into it all the time. Anytime a woman tries to do anything, there'll be 3 men lined up to tell her that she's doing it wrong.
I wasn't gonna go that far, but I noticed that Songbo is very particular when it comes to mechanics, so maybe just let him. He's very knowledgeable.
No, I understand. He's a peculiar person, and that's his nature. I don't take to heart any of the cruel things he says, because I've noticed he says them to everyone. And even talks about himself cruelly. I don't think he really understands that his words are so harsh and could be taken the wrong way.
Yeah, but that's also his charm. You know exactly what you're gonna get with him. In either case, if there's anything that we have some need with, we'll bring that info back.
All right, well, good luck, Goldleaf. Please, come back safe.
Just gives her a thumbs up.
She leans down at the waist, boobily, and goes to plant a kiss upon your center leaf.
Unless she's blush.
I don't know. It's your character, bro.
Well, I'm gonna look up that question now, but
okay. Do you shy away, or do you allow her to kiss your center leaf?
To my cheek.
I turn the ruddy color.
All right.
No, he allows.
She lays a big smooch on your central leaf, and says, "For luck."
Well, shit, I wouldn't have asked for that long sooner. All right, well, make sure you get some rest.
Okay.
And
then you
skip
head out.
off of the ship.
All right. I cannot, for the life of me, copy and paste actors tonight. It is so weird. I'm just gonna have to drag them out manually, like a savage. All right. That's weird. It's okay. It's a good short-term memory test for me to remember. Let's see. There we go. All right. Oh, we could change the music. It doesn't have to be this weird, creepy, sailing through the fog music anymore.
Yeah, now it can be weird, creepy, exploring abandoned.
Oh yeah, let's see.
Waterworks music.
We got some Fallout wilderness music. Let's see. Fallout wilderness music extended. Fallout exploration. Okay. What's it sound like? Is it mastered?
Big
super low?
iron on repeat.
No, it's too low. All right. What about Jesus, whole channel is so low. I guess we could all just turn it up. Yeah, that's true. All right. Fallout 4, walking through the post-apocalypse. Oh, that's got rain and thunder? Dang, the vibes. All right, we're gonna go with the first one. You just need to turn up your Kenku bot if you want to actually hear it. All right. You would think in the year 2025, with all the tools and the AI, YouTube would have a fucking tool that you could tell it always make everything this exact volume, and it would do it. Like, it doesn't feel like you're asking for much there. I don't know. Are we asking for too much? Probably.
It's hard to say.
Yeah. All right. Activate.
Apparently, blushies can't blush. I feel robbed.
So let's see. It isn't this well lit though, because this hex is a little darker than most. Let's see. Lighting. Here we go. There we go. So it's a little dim. Not too bad. All right. So I have a question. Are you activating any of them, or are you keeping them all as BT members?
I'd like to keep them all B team for now.
I'm a little baby,
Yeah.
so I would like to always have them as BT members where they're safe.
Okay. All right. I mean, they're very happy about that. But that means that they cannot be activated to fight until your next daily preparation. Okay.
Yeah, I feel
Understood.
like that's fine.
All right. Sweet. Let's see.
You don't want to activate them and make them walk out front?
Yeah. What is this, Kingmaker? Come on.
That's why we have a cloud hoof. What do you mean?
I was gonna
I feel the
say,
love.
I've seen that Amiri. You can take a couple of hits. You don't have an Amiri.
All right. So one thing that is very crazy for all of you is the amount of nature and the lack of civilization. Because again, 30 years in the elemental plane of air, you know, population increasing, city growing, cannibalizing all of the stone that was available for repairs and building new structures and whatnot. Like, there's only a few parks, like, in the whole city, and there's only a few, like, I guess, foresty type areas in those parks. Everything else is, you know,
And the druids protect those quite heavily.
Yeah, urban development, basically. This is nature. This is the raw outdoors, and these are trees that have somehow survived 30 years away from the prime material plane.
The good old days.
One thing that is absent is bird song, but in Terranathus, there are not a lot of birds except for pigeons. Pigeons are the only. Well, I mean, there are other birds, but the major bird is pigeon, and there's not a lot of other birds. The reason for pigeons is the snakes and flying snakes don't really like the taste of pigeon. But the snakes and flying snakes were basically introduced to sort of deal with the vermin problem in the city. And they've done an admirable job, but for people that don't like snakes, it's not the best situation. So you guys aren't particularly used to birdsong, so you wouldn't really notice it. But if you have like studied nature, like if you're trained in nature, you are or survival, you are sort of expecting more birdsong than you hear.
What if you're just old?
Yeah, I guess if you were old enough to remember going outside in Galarian, then yeah, you would also be like, there's a disturbing lack of birdsong.
You know, I usually remember there being more birds out out in nature.
Yeah, I miss the sound of the pigeons.
Fuck pigeons.
That's
They're both trash birds.
Jade just feels really uneasy because it's so quiet.
Pigeons are normally actually very clean, Lawrence.
not when they poop on you. Because I
No,
think there are stats.
He nods and grimaces.
they're still clean at that point. It's you that would be dirty.
That's fair.
Now
Yeah.
you can declare your exploration actions since you're exploring.
Ooh, yeah.
Okay. So as you pick out your exploration actions, I'll read you this flavor text. The wind seems to die the moment your boots touch the dry riverbed, which is where you guys are standing. No breeze, no birdsong, just the distant hush of your own breathing, swallowed by towering walls of stone and moss-covered cliffs. That would be on either side of you. I don't know how towering they would be. Yeah, like I gotta set your guys' height because you're down in the ravine. Hold on. Let's see. Token height. You'd be at like negative. I think you're 40 feet down. I guess 40 feet's pretty towering in a system where you gotta make climb checks. Fucking do anything. Yeah. This ravine was carved by water once, living water, flowing, singing, but now it's bone dry. The riverbed is cracked, a brittle spine, lined with jagged stones and strangled roots, the memory of water hanging in the air like a forgotten name. In your pouch, Goldleaf, you can feel the sorrow of the river spirit for this river, or at least this riverbed. Above, broken branches twist about without wind. The trees lean inward as if trying to look away from what lies ahead. And there's something else. A wrong silence, too quiet, the kind that gets in your ears and in your teeth. Every step forward crunches, every echo lingers longer than it should. And far ahead, just barely visible, through the narrowing gorge, you spot the crumbling outline of dwarven stonework clinging to the cliffside. The Hydroforge waits, and it is still.
Well, that's rather ominous.
I mean, we know that nobody's been here for a while.
Yeah.
At least that's what the rumor is. I don't think that it's weird that it's abandoned, right? Like that's kind of what we expected.
Yeah.
I'm sure everything's fine.
Isaac, with you rolled investigation, so give me a recall knowledge.
I think was I highlighting myself when I did that?
Yeah, you did it. Holy
Cool.
shit, Isaac. All right. First of all, you see here is a place that you could climb out of the ravine without needing checks as long as you're not in initiative. And during initiative, the DCs would be a serviceable 15 instead of the 20 that it would be everywhere else. So that's right there. You may also ask 3 questions about your surroundings.
Tough because it's just a bunch of rocks. Can I think of anything that like other than flying snakes and snakes that would kill all of the birds?
It could be a lack of food. It could be an abundance of predators.
Okay. Right.
It could be they developed an illness that spread through the population.
Okay. Is it like because the city was transported, right?
Mm-hmm.
This wouldn't be part of the city.
This was one of the outlying buildings on the mountaintop that serviced the city. So
okay.
This was basically where the city got its clean water from.
Gotcha. And am I familiar with that from like when I was a child?
Yeah. I don't know if you visited here on a field trip or not, like as a kid, but you would have probably learned about it at some point during your life, like the function of the Hydroforge. You would also be aware, and I think we discussed this like last session, that the Hydroforge was abandoned after it broke off. They didn't bother to try and find and retrieve it because they had a plan.
Yeah.
Trademark, and that plan allegedly was that they opened a permanent portal to the Most of water, and that's where the city is getting its water from now. Though some people have joked around that maybe they just have a whole bunch of decanters of endless water left on, and that's where the city gets all its water from.
I mean, is there
which
really
is technically
a
the same thing,
Yeah,
right?
Right. I was gonna say, and then the well, actually, kid jumps in and says, "Well, technically, that's the same thing because it is opening another planet of water portals. It's a smaller one." Yeah.
The ravine that we're in, right? Does it seem like this has like been carved out by water? Like,
yes. This was one of the paths, the tributaries or whatever, of the river that flowed from the mountain reservoir that the hydro plant pulled its water from.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Well, as long as we follow this, we're gonna make it to the hydro plant at least.
Which is why you guys have been following this. It's like when you caught sight of this, you were like, "This will lead us to the Hydroforge." However, up ahead, there is like a 40-foot climb.
Got it. Yeah. So I'll point out the easy way up. But like I'm gonna just climb up there that way slowly. It doesn't look too steep.
Okay. Does everybody want to go up, or does some people want to stay 40 feet down in the ravine?
I will follow Isaac.
Yeah, I think I'll go with Isaac.
Okay.
Can you move?
Yeah. You can set your height to 0, and then you should be able to just climb out. Oh, dang! You guys just walked off the map and came back. That's pretty clever.
It was
It auto-passed me there. I just
But you gotta still want to turn your height to 0, though.
it says my elevation is 0.
Nice. Okay. I wonder if it'll do that for the NPC. No, they just went where they were supposed to go. It's weird. All right.
It looked like there was a wall there, like, because you could see like.
Yeah, well, there is a wall. It's just got a height of 0, so yeah. All right. Once you guys are up here, you do hear off in the distance the bleating of goats, but the goat bleat sounds wet.
Wet.
That doesn't sound healthy at all.
Yeah, no, that doesn't sound
Sounds wrong.
great. We could However, just not go in that direction.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of, it's a goat bleat, but it's wet. It sounds wrong. It gurgles at the end, as though it has something thick caught in its throat.
It sounds as though they may be diseased.
Ooh.
That could explain the lack of wildlife.
Yeah, Jade, give me a recall knowledge. Jade, with that check, you're not sure how accurate that is, other than your own gut instinct. You hear it again and again and again, and you realize that there might be many of these goats. The cries, the wet bleats, they echo off the dead stone, but they also seem to slosh off the stone as well.
I don't much care anything for this noise. I feel that the sounds that those creatures are making, it sounds sickening.
Yeah, I'm starting to agree with Songbow. Maybe we just don't go in that direction.
We must search every aspect of this place in order to find the materials we desire.
I think maybe we start at the building, though, and we ignore them for now.
I can concede to this plan.
I don't think it's very likely that diseased goats have airship components, like, in their belly or something.
Yeah, probably. Do you think
And
some
even
of
if
the
they
airship
do,
components could have, like, tampered with these creatures?
maybe, but I mean, the airship that we're on is a floatstone airship. I feel like if any type of airship was to cause some sort of mutation or disease or anything like that, it would be an alchemical one, right? So I'm not sure if the parts will be 100% compatible anyway, even if it is because of an airship.
As Songbow talks about airship stuff and engineering, he gets increasingly excited. The volume of his voice seems to increase, and the acoustics of this area just seem to amplify his voice more and more.
Well, hold on. Isn't our ship also with some of those alchemical engine stuff?
Cloud
It's a high.
you hear a rumbling sound, and you look over, and you see that these rocks are moving. They seem to be upsetty about all the noise. One of them shuffles out of the dirt and grass, and it looks at you. It lets out a rumbling cry as it rolls into initiative.
That
Does anyone else hear that?
Also, Isaac, you know that they don't actually have any airship parts here, but they have dwarven technology that you guys are hoping you can kind of
like scrap and turn into parts.
fill the gaps. Yep, you're trying
Yeah.
to fill the gaps. All right.
Damn.
Well, let's see. Okay. All right. You're a minion. Samuel, you're a minion. What are you two doing? Oh my god. All right, hold on. All right. Who else rolled into initiative that was supposed to? You? All right. Inappropriate. I do love that you can just add the minion tag and then like they can't roll into initiative anymore. It's so nice. You know what else does that? My miniatures in real life. Angry man yells at clouds. Let's see. Alright.
You know who else to do that? My mom!
Yeah. Alright. Goldleaf, you're up first. Goldleaf, your discussion about possibly being poisoned by airship technology is interrupted by a gravelly cry from behind you.
Oh, that's weird. They're trying to have an actual. Well, I'm not an academic, so that's a complete lie. Alright. I'll take a couple of that. Well, actually, you know what? I'm just gonna turn to them. It's like, oh, I think there's something behind us. Do we want to deal with that or just keep moving?
How dare you?
Looks like a bunch of rocks.
How dare you? You think this thing...
Take personal offense to that.
You know what I mean.
You think Paizo would make a monster that you have to walk up and stand next to it for it to fight you? I mean, it'd be pretty funny if they did. I was just saying.
It doesn't look like it has legs.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying.
It doesn't have any legs. You're right.
I mean, I guess it could roll at us, but how fast can it actually roll? We can just
It-
jog.
Maybe
We can
rocks
just,
are slow.
we can just outjog
It's a
it, right?
square. It can't roll. It's a square. Look at it.
You know what? That's true. Maybe we just keep walking. All right. Goldleaf is gonna keep walking.
Wow. Wow. All right.
I'll fire with that. We'll say I get like here, and I'll just re-up my shield. That's it.
Okay. All right, Goldleaf. Your turn is over. Cloudhoof, you're up.
Alright. Well, I don't like the cut of these creatures' jibs. So I'll do a shifting charge. So turn on my aspect stance. And well, for that we'll take resistance to piercing or bludgeoning damage. That's what which one I'll choose. All right, and as I do, I'll charge over here and do a tail strike. The clouds will form a kind of a whip-like appendage and smack him.
All right, as you go to swing on him, I mean, you connect for sure, but the armor is just too great. It doesn't deal any damage.
We'll try one more strike.
Okay. Sometimes AC is avoiding attack. Sometimes AC is you just didn't hit it hard enough. Same deal, yeah.
Yep.
Bring down
Same
your tail and just it's like you're hitting a rock, bro. All right.
And that's my 3.
Songbow to you.
I look at Goldleaf and I sigh a little bit, and I was like, okay, well, I guess the meatheads decided that we need to beat up the rocks. So, and then I will do my 4 Winds ability.
You know, calling a Minotaur a meathead is racist.
And I will target Goldleaf, Isaac, Jade, and Lorit. And you can all move half your speed for free.
Closer.
And that puts me within range of the closest one here, so I am going to 1 action Elemental Blast him.
Alright. It is likely going to have some cover from Cloudhoof, Jade, and Loritz. Alright, that is still going to hit. Okay, 4 points of lightning damage. As a rock-type Pokemon, it does not have immunity to electricity. It would have to be a ground-type Pokemon for that. Alright, takes the damage. Alright, play passes to Apathetic Living Boulder.
That's my next evolution, you bastard.
Alright, the creature vibrates violently, and then, without any legs, it just starts moving. In fact, it starts rolling, which is real awkward, because it's a block shape. Rolling charge, Living Boulder strides twice. It can then make a strike with its jaws, and the jaws strike gains knockdown. Alright, so let's see. These two have got the Cloudhoof, but is the Jade close enough? They are. Alright, so it just zooms right past Cloudhoof to Jade. As it reaches you, Jade, it is going to try and use its jaws on you.
Oh shit, that's fast.
Yeah, right? Crazy.
Just look at Isaac like, how the fuck is this possible?
It doesn't make any sense.
You said it was a block.
Alright.
It is a block. I didn't say it was. It is.
Alright, here's some damage for you. And then it also gets to try and knock you down. With a trip. Let's see. Once again, I had the wrong actor open. Here we go. Alright, and then you are knocked down, Jade. Alright, and then, let's see. It will, with its third Pac-Man, try and use a slam on you, which is its agile move. There we go. So it just lifts itself up, and then it just lays down on top of you. Because it knocked you prone, it is going to hit. And it smashed you for 14 damage.
I blame this all on Songbow for allowing me to move closer.
He did move you exactly close enough that that this was able to happen.
No, but I gave you the option to move. It doesn't necessarily mean you had to move directly towards it.
Alright. The creature here dives into the earth and disappears. You watch a little Diglett dig animation as it goes underneath Cloudhoof and then bursts from the ground here. Then it is going to... it doesn't really need to stride twice, but it definitely wants to try to knock you down. So it's going to use its move. Its special move on Loritz. So here we go. It's going to use...
telling me this thing didn't take an attack of opportunity, leaving Cloudhoof.
Yeah, Cloudhoof's not a fighter. He's a metamorph.
Yeah.
Alright, so that's gonna be... Don't worry, everyone and their mom's gonna have opportunity attacks by level 6. So, ideally.
Excuse you, sir?
Okay.
Doesn't have to
That's something
I don't
apart.
know.
Alright, so here is your damage from being bit by a rock. And then it's gonna try and knock you down. Alright, here we go. Ooh, it does not manage to knock you down. You are too dexterous. You managed to keep your footing. Alright. Loritz, you know innately that this is an earth elemental of some sort. I know.
Game respects game.
I mean, obviously we all know that, but you know it in your heart. You know what I'm saying? In your heart of stone. Loritz, you're up.
Okay. Loritz, let's see if this new macro works.
Ooh, worth
going to
mentioning, Loritz. These things show no signs of the air decay that has afflicted your people.
Your properties are interesting to me. If we can take one of them alive, that would be beneficial to me.
It's a rock.
Let's see what happens if I apply this effect. I already had it. Okay. So Loritz goes into a monastic stance, the gorilla stance.
Oh.
He kind of hunches over, and then how do I?
He's been heavily observing Bubble.
Yeah, he's exactly. He's been like
in the few hours that you have known him, you've mastered his technique.
He's just spent the whole trip here perched somewhere watching Bubbles. Alright, so let's see if this works. We're gonna go in for a Gorilla Slam.
Okay. Yeah, you did.
What is backswing?
I think if you do another attack,
you can use the momentum from a missed attack with this weapon to lead into your next attack. After missing with this weapon on your turn, you gain a +1 circumstance bonus to your next attack with this weapon before you end your turn.
That's cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Damage.
What's even cooler is just hitting the first time, though.
Yeah. Alright,
All right.
so he takes that. I guess, yeah, I'm flirting.
Yeah, you give him a bonk. He takes the full damage. Does he have to make a fortune save? Alright.
Yep.
Alright, the rock makes the saving throw.
Oh, wait. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, shit. Sorry. That should be a 19.
Oh, okay. That's 19, you said?
Yeah.
19 actually still hits.
Okay. And there's 6 damage.
6 more damage.
That is my second action, and then my third action, I'm going to step. That's my turn.
Alright, and it is stunned. Maybe. Yep. Yeah, it can be stunned. Cool. Alright, Jade, to you.
Well, I'm gonna stand up.
Alright, the boulder growls at you like, no you won't. Try it. Try it. And then you do.
And then I'm gonna run away.
It's called posturing. Alright. Alright, so make sure you right-click off your prone. We had somebody almost die from not turning their prone off Monday night, so. Alright. Then you're gonna run away. Okay. It growls at you as you run away. These things have real, like, bulldog energy.
Awesome. Now that I'm standing close enough to
Actually,
combo.
that's not fair. These have sort of like French bulldogs on cocaine energy.
Oh, for my last magic trick.
But I won't make the French bulldog sound. We don't need that. We don't need that. For your last trick?
I'm gonna recall knowledge about these stone boys.
Yeah, go for it. Alright, these are living boulders. They are a common, small, earth elemental. Living boulders roll and glide through the plane of earth, gathering gemstones and metal shards, sort of like one of them Pokemon side games, you know, where you dig for stuff, until their surfaces resemble a ship's hull covered in barnacles. Barely more intelligent than many animals, living boulders fill much the same role on the plane of Earth as the great herd animals found on Prime Material Plane World. You may ask one mechanical question about them. Or, you know, one question about them in general. If you want to be like, why the fuck are they here? I mean, that could be a question too. Or a mechanical question.
How much HP do they have?
Each of them has 36 hit points.
Man, that's kind of significantly more than I thought they might have.
I mean, they're rocks. It is considered a green rating for hit points based on their level. Green is the second highest. Blue is the highest rating. So they have pretty good hit point stat.
Okay, well, that be
All right.
me, friends.
And you communicate that to your allies?
No, I keep it all to myself.
Oh!
No,
Damn. Damn! Alright. Realizing that you are made of disgusting clouds, and he is made of delicious living stone, insecure living boulder is gonna give you a pass, bro. It digs underneath your feet. No offense. And it heads over here. It burst out like a little shamu. And then it goes... And it runs, charges forward towards Loritz. Realizing that Loritz don't got any special skills to deal with this, it's actually going to run around behind you and then bite you in the butt. The juiciest, tenderest stone meat located in the buttocks. Alright. Here he goes. Toggle the box for biting a gargoyle's ass. Alright, that provides a +1 circumstance bonus. There we go. I wouldn't put it past the designers of Pathfinder, honestly, to have that very obscure fucking ability. Alright, that is gonna hit. And then, in addition to the gentle 12 damage to your buttocks, it is gonna try and knock you down. Let's see. Oof, but you are too dexterous. Your reflexes too honed. Isaac, to you.
Alright, so I'm there. One package.
This thing turns to look at you. And it makes some horrible sounds, as if to say, "This is my gargoyle butt. Get away from it."
No, that's my gargoyle, but or our gargoyle.
Aw.
I'm gonna pull out an alchemist flask, and I'm going to attack.
All right.
I'm sorry, the alchemist flask.
All right.
Probably does not.
It bounces off the hard stone surface of the living boulder.
Damn. Well, here comes enough.
All right.
The splash damage.
I won't do it. I won't do.
Oh yeah, you would do splash damage to the main target.
I can
because-
choose not to.
Oh, no, to the
No,
main
it
target.
does- Yeah, when
Yeah.
you miss, it does it exclusively to the main target.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, you deal splash damage to the insecure.
And every little bit of damage helps.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm gonna try to hit him with a different.
Okay. Here, I'll hit the damage button myself and get that
Alright,
splash damage. Give it to me. Give me my splash
I'll-
damage. I'm not getting a pop-up for it. Is it broken?
Here's what we'll do.
It's just one fire
still-
damage, right?
Yeah, it's
It's
just
just
gonna be
one
one fire.
Alright. I'll apply both
But-
this time.
Well, you don't.
Okay.
I don't want to do splash damage on the second one because I don't want to hit Loritz.
I got you.
So-
Alright. Alright. And it's on fire now.
We're going to melt it.
Not happy about that.
Okay, I deleted myself from combat.
You deleted yourself from combat? Oh, weren't you like first in the round?
Yeah.
Okay. That's fine.
It was 28.
Okay. And Isaac, is that it for you? 1, 2, 3?
That's it.
All right, Cloudleaf to you.
I see what you did there.
Cloud
Old
leaf.
leaf, you mean?
I love it.
Yeah. Goldleaf. Sorry.
Yeah, whoever.
It's like I didn't know we become a hybrid species yet. I'm bound to
I
get.
mean,
That's,
you know,
that's
the
my next
robot.
evolution.
The robot is shipping
Yeah.
some of your characters. I'm just saying. They're, apparently, you can't ship characters without combining their names together.
Alright, I'm gonna move to there. And these guys don't probably don't have AoE. It's fine.
It's already writing a fan fiction called Loranda. I don't know what that's about. But...
roll.
Ooh. All right, that's gonna miss because your ally gave it cover.
Wait, what?
No, wait.
27?
It's gonna hit, but it's gonna not be a crit because your ally gave it cover.
Oh.
All right. So give me the damage.
That's what that cover plus 1. Okay.
Yep. All right, 13. It takes it. It is on its last leg.
It's on its last leg.
All right, that's all 3 for me.
Okay. Play passes to Cloud.
Go away.
All right. So heck, get back here. Move here. Target this and try slamming it again. Actually, do
That's gonna
damage
hit.
this
Yeah,
time.
give me that damage. All right, it's gonna hit. And when you hit it, it just cracks apart and crumbles to stones and mineral deposits.
Any minerals that are useful in airship construction?
All right, and then we'll use our third action to take a step here.
Alright.
Possibly giving flanking to my allies.
Nice. All right. Play passes to Songbow.
All right. I am going to. So if I blast this thing, because Isaac is standing right in front of me, it'll have cover, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So my first action, I'm going to move then. To here. And then my second action and third action will be to Elemental Blast. Hell yeah.
Oh, that's a fumble card. Okay, let's see what happens. Magical Smackdown. You automatically fail, but do not critically fail your next saving throw. No duration. That's rough. That's rough, homie. Okay. I'm half expecting the Force Elementals to show up for that one.
Alright.
He showed up last night in Curse of Strahd Classic. They were freaking out. I think it was the first time they'd ever had the Force Elemental show up.
Just a meme of first time.
For Skull and Shackles, it was. Oh man, that's the first time in this round of combat we've had him show up.
I think it was like the second round in Red Handed Doom.
Yeah. Well, it was the Curse of Strahd version of the Force Elementals too, which is the extra spooky looking one. So, that's what they get for having what 4 wizards in the party or something. Yeah, the Wizard Cabal against Strahd. That's 3 for Songbow. Play passes to Apathetic Living Boulder. Apathetic Living Boulder. It doesn't like you using air magic.
Did they start in Krezk? Did they name their party the Wizards of the Coast?
All right, it lets out a 3, and it charges you. You wind-using punk. All right, here we go.
Is this it?
Probably not. I mean, you're jinxing it now. It's incredible. It's honestly, it's fucking supernatural. All right, then it's gonna try and slam you. What? Oh, what? What are we seeing right now? Oh my god, he's too short for his photograph. Oh man. All right. Wait. It says hold on. Let me take a screenshot. This doesn't happen every day. Wow. Okay.
Or ever.
All right. So this is pretty cool. Off balance is normal damage, so you didn't end up taking critical hit damage. But the target triggers reactions as if it had just used a move action, which could be so fucking bad. It is also off guard until the end of its next turn. So that's why it doesn't cause critical hit damage, because it could potentially have triggered God knows how many
Yeah, no, that could have been
reactive
we could be
strikes.
surrounded
Oh my
by-
god.
That'd be awful.
Yeah. Oh wait. We said that these guys don't get critical hit cards because they're not named. Oh, my bad. I get
Oh, that's true.
thinking of my other one. All right. In that case, here's just your shitload of damage. And it's not even a shitload of damage. 14 points of damage. It might feel like it for Songbow, because I don't know how many years it's been since Songbow even got a paper cut or, skinned his knee. So this might be a new experience for him. All right, Loritz, to you.
Loritz twirls around to the one behind him who just bit him in the ass. says, I'm gonna have to ask you for that piece back. And he's gonna continue on with some gorilla slams.
All right.
He knows that I get it. So
The sky darkens.
An omen.
All right, that is going to be a hit.
nice.
Oh man! All right, 10 damage. It is.
Please roll me a fort save.
Fort save. Let's see. Ugh. I really don't mind being stunned, constantly by, Pathfinder Monk, because you lose, one action instead of your entire turn. Instead of turning into a critical hit pinata.
Alright, I missed that one.
So if you make another attack, you can apply backswing to it.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna do that. But I wouldn't do that now, I press it after the attack, right?
There should be a
Okay, I'll press
pop-up.
that button. Yeah, okay, well, here we
Yeah.
go, we're gonna try it. I'm gonna go for another attack, and we're gonna apply backswing. So,
Ooh,
I
it's
have-
going to be a lot of backswing.
those back. It didn't do anything.
You missed
Okay.
by 14, yeah.
Alright, that is still only my second action, because I flurried on my first one.
Okay.
I will. How hurt is it? Badly injured.
You
I'm
just
gonna
attacked
use my-
3 times the flurry? That's crazy.
No,
All right.
I flurried and then used my second action to do a single attack.
Oh, right. Okay, yeah. Man, action economy. All right, what else you got?
Pretty good. It's pretty
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
I'm just gonna step.
Oh, okay. All right. Play passes to Jade.
I'm gonna step back.
Oh, also, to make it more immersive, there are actually more grieving boulders. They're fighting your B team. Yeah. Fight them in the background. He's shooting his arrow.
They're doing so good. So proud of them.
He's pistol whipping them with his father's gun because he was only given 5 bullets and he ain't wasting them on a rock. So.
I'm proud of you.
A for resourcefulness.
Silver Eye looks really sad because they don't have any blood. So.
Alright, Pac-Man 1, I moved. Pac-Man 2. I'm gonna attack
They have great
apathetic
blood.
living boulder.
Okay. No, wait. That's Larissa's blood. All right.
You got your host up there.
I'll smack him with an Eldritch Lance.
Oh, dang. Okay. Let's see it. Let's see this Eldritch Lance. You condense a beam of mind-assaulting Eldritch energy from the dark spaces between the stars and fire it at a target. You sure did. Alright. This creature, it takes mental damage. So let me see that mental damage. You just roll damage and then it just takes double. Ooh, alright. 20 points of mental damage. its tiny brain is rattled about inside of its rocky head, which is also its body. It looks over at you like, how dare you? Alright, and you move closer? Oh, dang. Okay, getting up in its grill. You can't stand to see baby boy take any damage? I got you. Alright, play passes to insecure living boulder. It didn't want to get set on fire and beat up. This sucks. It is gonna burrow into the earth. While it is down there, it is going to ask the DM, I'm completely covered in dirt. Can I just spend a second Pac-Man to not be on fire anymore, bro? And the DM says, it's a chemical burn. And then it's going to be like, you son of a bitch. And then I'm going to be like, you can lower the DC to 10, or you could make a DC 15 right now. And it says, I guess we'll just stick to fucking 10, bro. And this is, wait, I have a third Pac-Man. I'm going to try to make a check. So, there we go. Alright, so its free check doesn't work. As its turn ends, it should get a little save. And it'll be a 10 or higher. Alright, so it's no longer on fire. Good for you, little guy. Good for you. Okay. Isaac, to you.
So, am I able to throw my versatile vial over gold leaf with no penalty?
Over him? The game will know if you would have, but I think it will still count it as cover. I know you're talking about like lobbing it instead of just throwing it, but I think the game is indiscriminate in that regard.
Got it. What I'll do then?
There could be ability like some tag that lets you do that. I don't know off the top of my head.
Yeah. Well, all right. So I'll move there and then pull out a versatile. Use versatile vial fire damage just to piss them off, keep them.
Nice.
I'm gonna throw it at miss. And
okay, still gonna take some splash damage though.
And then
remember, on a miss, the primary target takes a splash damage, but no one else does. So it's still you're still doing a little bit of damage. So what's your splash damage?
Yeah, it would be one.
Just one fire.
Yeah, I'll just roll the damage.
I mean, if it's just one, I can just punch it in. You can keep going. All right.
Well, apparently the damage button didn't work anyway.
Okay.
Alright, I'm pulling another versatile vial. Yeah, I'm gonna throw.
That's gonna hit.
Take that 3 or I guess 2 damage since I don't want to hurt Song.
All right, it takes the damage, and does that one set on fire, or does that just do fire damage?
It just does fire damage.
Okay. Yeah, so it burns it like an instant scorch, and then the creature lets out another gravelly cry. All right, that's your 3 Pac-Mans.
Yep.
Top of the round, Gold Leaf.
Oh, the other one further away.
Oh, also, Isaac, now that you're right next to Gold Leaf, you can see lipstick mark on his center leaf. Looks like someone with real big, like a real big pair of lips kissed him on the center leaf.
I'm making note. Note.
All right, Gold Leaf.
I'm just gonna get everyone the courageous anthem for one thing. Oh god. Yeah, you're right. The aura is too fast.
The Bard aura is crazy, especially on any map that has elevation of any kind. It's like nuts.
I'll try and limit
I don't mind you guys using it. We just have to, if things start to slow down, it is almost always because of this Bard ability. Yeah.
All right, and then I'm gonna target.
I want to say at one point there was a mod that managed Courageous Anthem to make it not do that, but I don't think it's supported anymore. Oh, damn. Okay.
Well, damn.
So you gave yourself a critical hit just now. Because it says a +1 from Courageous Anthem is why you got the critical hit. Alright, so he's gonna take double that?
Yeah.
Oh man, alright,
28.
he's super dead.
I just pick up a rock the same size of him and just chuck it at him.
Alright. Yeah, he just shatters. The other one has no intention of coming back, so you guys cool with ending the fight?
Yeah.
Alright.
Well, that was weird.
How did
Next best
How
thing to
did
not
they-
getting hit is only getting hit once.
In your life. Every time your mom tried to spank you when you were bad, she would just hit herself in the face.
I don't know. This boy is cursed.
I'm gonna heal us my hurt friends real fast if
Nice.
we want that.
Yeah, I think people are probably into getting healed. I will turn the clock back on.
We'll gather up.
Do you just want to spend 1 hour? I will have to roll for a random encounter. But if you survive that 1 hour, you'll get everybody will be healed up. Or you could do
I
it
don't need to be
manually.
healed, so while they're doing that, I want to try to
Uh-huh.
harvest parts.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Let me see.
You have to be trained in harvesting.
I'm opening the dock. We haven't done it in a hot minute.
I've been trying to I had a new skill, so I tried to make sure I picked one of the ones that is a possible lure for creatures.
Let's see.
If I can aid Cloudhoof, I will.
Alright. Harvesting creatures. The means in which the character can harvest creature depends on the skill of the character and the state of the creature. Gathering from monsters. Harvest creature. Alright. To harvest a creature, you must meet the following requirements. The level of the creature you can harvest equals 0 plus your proficiency bonus with the crafting skill. Your level plus proficiency bonus rank. Any creatures of a higher level are too complex for your skill set, and you cannot harvest them without botching the corpse in the process. I mean, that's pretty damn generous. Does that mean proficiency rank like legendary blah blah, or do they literally just mean how much your proficiency bonus is? Because that's super generous. I mean, that's fine, but all right. You must know what the creature is. You do, because Jade made the recall knowledge check. All right, so then you go to harvest them, and if you're critically successful, you get the maximum amount of loot. If you are successful, I roll for the loot that you get. If you fail, I roll for the loot and you get a little bit. That's very generous. But if you would only get a single item, you get nothing, because you round down. And if you critically fail, you get absolutely nothing. Okay. So with this creature, you would, your normal skill for it would be, if the creature you are harvesting has the animal or plant trait, you can substitute training in survival or crafting. Otherwise, it is a crafting skill check. I would also accept for these guys being, earth elementals, I would accept a nature or, stone-like mason like lore, you know what I'm saying? Like if you're familiar with like geology lore, any kind of lore that you can kind of bullshit about them being made of rocks. So what are you bringing to the table? Just crafting?
Well, I can do nature. It's got a +9 on that.
Okay.
I'll
Alright.
do this one over here if you do that one over there.
Yeah, if you are playing to harvest monsters, you definitely want to, unless you only care about animals and plants, you're gonna want crafting, because you can sub survival for animals and plants, and in this case with the earth elemental nature, but you will want
And
crafting.
I make sure to get I have a cult and arcane as well. Like,
okay,
I make sure to be trained in those.
All right,
I do have that.
What a question. Let's see. Harvest time, teamwork. More harvesters can speed up the process. I guess one person can assist one other person. You can only be assisted by one person, which is normal for this kind of stuff for circumstance bonus. With these guys being small, it is going to take 30 minutes for each one. So you could have 2 teams working on it while Jade's dropping 3 lay on hands, and Isaac is handing out heals. I guess. I don't know what's your cooldown on your street wounds. Do you have the feat that speeds up the cooldown, or is it still like 24 hours?
I did pick.
Well, I mean, Jade, you wouldn't have a cooldown on all your street wounds, right? You just have a 10-minute cooldown.
So I cast heal, but I do have lay on hands, and can I do?
Remember, focus point. You get 1 focus point back every 10 minutes, so you can.
I could do that
out of
instead,
combat, you definitely don't want to use your spell slots for healing. You want to use your lay on hands for healing.
Cool. So I didn't know that.
You're an endless fountain of healing.
I picked up a continual recovery.
Oh, nice. So okay.
Your patient becomes immune for only 10 minutes rather than
that. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. So you can just be cycling through people. Okay. So you can do 3 heals, and then Jade can do 3 heals while the rest of the 4 characters are harvesting these little mans.
Do we want to roll it, or do we just assume with 10 minutes of
I can assume that with 6 heals between the 2 of you, you guys aren't beat up that bad, right? You guys should be able to get back to full health. I think that's fine. Save the dice rolls for later.
Yeah.
Okay. The level creature you can harvest, blah blah blah. Alright. Let's see. DM sets the DC, which is the standard DC for the creature's level. Okay, so for these guys, it's going to be a DC of 16 to harvest them. Alright, so who's assisting who? Goldleaf is assisting Cloudhoof. Loritz, are you assisting Songbow?
Yes, I will.
Alright. Yeah, I tried, but I rolled an 11 for the assist.
Okay. Loritz, how are you assisting Songbow with harvesting this living boulder?
Well, you see, Songbow was very small, so I'm going to assist him with athletics to hoist and maneuver the rock.
Alright, believable. Go for it. Alright, that's going to be a +1 to your check, Songbow, which you already crushed. So that is going to be a critical success. Alright, Cloudhoof. Let's see that check. That is... Oh, no. Do you have any... I mean...
Yeah, you can hero point it.
Yeah. Oof. Okay. Alright, Let me see what we got here. Alright, so these are going to be earth-imbued monster parts. Alright, sweet. Okay. And then, is there anything special from these guys? Let me check. Ooh, okay. Yeah, so these would actually give you access to imbued properties for Earth. Have we talked about imbued properties yet? Like in the game?
I don't think so.
Alright, that is when you can just make your equipment magical yourself. Which is pretty sick. So, imbued Earth, let me see. Oh, okay, it'd be fortification. So, fortification allows you to imbue armor. Let's see, you can imbue armor with the powerful fortifications to ward off deadly attacks. Imbued property thickens armor, increasing its bulk by 1.
Is this the system that Dom was using for his Monster Hunter stuff?
Yeah. This is the stuff for Monster Hunter. Yep. Oh, hold on. These guys are not a high enough level to give you fortification. But fortification basically gives you a flat chance to avoid critical hits. So keep an eye out for stronger.
Like you do a flat check, and then you do it. That's awesome.
Yeah. Let me see. Here it is. Earth. There we go. It's the stronger one. Stronger Earth guys that also give fortification. They basically have to have like a really high damage resistance to do it. So imbued properties Earth. It is you can apply it to weapons, and if you do, the monster must have the Earth trait or an attack or spell that has the Earth trait. You imbue your weapon with churning Earth. And then there are several ranks, and it does all kinds of rad shit. I think you guys have access to this document. But I can show you this particular page, I think. There you go. Does that show you the imbued properties part 2
Yeah.
document? All right. Yep. So yeah, these guys would provide Earth imbuements. So I'm gonna go ahead and give you items for that.
Said they negate crit. Asking for a
No, that's the fortification one. This is the Earth one. Yeah. Sorry to get your hopes up.
One can dream.
Yeah, I mean, imbuement's also like minimum level 6, so it'd be a ways off.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, it couldn't even. Yeah, it can't even drop from these guys. Can't even drop from these guys. All right, so imbuement Earth create. Let's see. I didn't go through and create all like 50 imbuements or whatever already, so I'm kind of building them as we go. Let's see. All right. Perfect. Use for Earth imbuement. Like, I really need to put that description when it says Earth imbuement, but whatever. All right. Who wants to carry this stuff?
I nominate Cloudhoof.
All right. Cloudhoof, you've been nominated.
Can't
You
Carlos carry it?
Kalos cannot carry it because he is carrying everyone on the B team stuff. If he was activated though, he could carry it. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. So Earth imbuement. Here we go. And you actually got 20 gold worth. Where is it? Go to your equipment. And so in the money section. Oh wait, but you critically. Yeah, that's why you got 20, because you critically succeeded. All right, and then you get partial. So it would actually be half of the 10. So you get 25 total between the two. And then that critical success also netted you a pure earth essence. A pure earth essence. This essence could be mistaken for common soil. Pure earth essence can be used to craft a stone fist elixir or an oil of the bastion. And so who should I give that to? It's an alchemy ingredient.
I would like
Miranda.
Yeah.
See, Miranda got like 7 off of her drops. You know how the B team do. You know, they're off doing their own thing over there. So, you know, like they killed one, just exploded loot everywhere. There was like the music started playing. You know how the B team do. All right, success. You have bested the living boulders. What now?
Oh, I'll look at Samuel and I'll toss him one extra round. Good job.
Oh man, he catches it out of the air and he tucks it away. So to confirm, did you give him any weapons besides his father's gun, or is he out here?
He had a sword too, right?
Oh, did you give him back his sword and his armor, or no?
Was there anything
spare
that was on the
new art?
ship aside from his stuff?
I mean, spare on the ship, like a dagger. He could have a dagger.
Yeah, I'd say we give him a dagger as opposed to his sword.
Dang, and no scale mail, just like leather armor.
Yeah, he has to earn that stuff.
Oh man, okay.
And Gotta start from the bottom, work his way up.
Wow. That's fine.
He'll be happy when he's, racking up kills and
Samuel's
wearing
the
all the
kind of
best stuff.
guy. Samuel's the kind of guy that loves starting a new Minecraft server. Okay, so he's okay with this. He's okay with this. So
You stabbed us.
he definitely did. He would have killed you at gone home and made himself a nice dinner and gone to bed. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like he would be okay with it. Like he was doing his job. All right, he's set now. He's got a fucking dagger. He's ready for this shit. Gonna fuck him up.
Someone in the chat was like, "Who needs a raise? Just give him a pizza party."
That's the kind of crew. That's the kind of ship you're running. Dang.
All
right. Look. Let's not jump to pizza parties just yet. Someone was recently wounded. Let's go 30 days without one wound.
Oh man, you
30 days without an incident.
You do hear more of that thick, wet bleeding coming from the same direction as the Hydroforge.
Oh, it's in the same direction.
Fun times.
We're just talking about how awful that's down.
That bleeding doesn't sound good. Is there any way we can maybe get a vantage point and see what the hell's going on over there?
I'm glad you asked. This ledge next to you, right next to Loritz, is 30 feet higher than you currently are, and then there is a tree growing up there that looks to be 20 more feet. So if somebody were to climb up and then climb up that tree, they would probably be able to see pretty far.
Jade will do it.
Oh yeah? Alright, Jade, you have a climb speed?
No.
Alright, let's go! Let me just start spamming those athletics checks, baby! This is Pathfinder. Pathfinder.
Just crit all of them. Perfect.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yep.
Damn, alright. Alright. The DC is a 15, so 20 you go 5 feet. Pathfinder. You have 25 more feet to go. God damn! Alright, you make it, you're 10 feet up. Ooh, don't make any wait, 15. Okay, so you make it again. Alright, so you're at 15 feet. You're halfway there. Holy shit! Alright. What?
Hell yeah!
Alright, you have made it to the top of the cliff. There you go. I don't know why it's not letting you look over the ledges that you are the same height as. It's very confusing to me. Let me make you 31 feet, see if that changes anything. It doesn't. How strange. Alright, hold on. Alright, let me see. Wall height bottom, infinity. Alright, what if I make it 0? What do you do then?
I can see all of the things.
Alright, nice. Apparently having an infinity bottom made it upset. You don't see, but you hear the goat sounds coming from over here. But it is a ledge that's kind of equal with you, but you think that they're just kind of like back a bit from the edge. But if you were at the top of the tree, you might be able to see.
Let's climb the tree.
All right, hell yeah.
Oh, you know what? I just
This is the best time to get an at 1 because you don't take any damage from critically failing and falling 5 feet. So you just kind of like slide back down the tree. What's up?
I just realized I was making acrobatics checks instead of athletics checks.
What's
no,
your...
my first one I made an athletics check, and then the other ones I called acrobatics because.
All right. Let me tone it down a little bit. -6 to each of these. -6 to each of these. All right. So the 24 -6, you still would have made it. You wouldn't have made it, but you didn't fall on that one. You wouldn't have made it. You didn't fall on that one. You would have critically succeeded, but then you would have critically failed there and fallen. You give me a reroll on that natty one.
I'm gonna use a hero point and reroll
Okay.
that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Okay. 15 makes it. All right, so now you officially made it up here. Now you could try to climb the tree.
All right, let's go.
All right, let's see. 25 feet or 20 feet up the tree. All right, so you can't find a place to climb. Trying, it's not happening. What else you got?
Gonna try again.
All right.
I don't think this is gonna happen, friends.
Just gotta believe.
Okay.
Okay. Do we need someone to top that tree?
Can I bullshit this?
What are you trying to bullshit?
Can I tie my kite to the tree and then jump off the cliff and then have it catch the wind and like ride my kite?
You could, but the area was described in the flavor text as being windless.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
that's right. All right, we're gonna try to keep climbing the tree a couple more times, see if we get anywhere.
All right.
Performance check that you're on.
Yes, you're gonna assist with a performance check. All right, go for it. Yeah, it's gonna be a +1. Oh yeah, you're 5 feet up the tree.
Well, I gotta keep going at this point.
All right.
Extra +1.
All right.
Shit.
Oh. All right. You fall back down, but you're not high enough to take any damage.
All right, I'm gonna lean over the cliff and just yell out to everybody that I don't think I have the strength to climb the tree.
As you look over the edge, you look down and you realize somehow you climbed 30 feet up. That's 15 points of fall damage waiting for you. You don't know why you climbed here or how you climbed here, and now you're kind of stuck 30 feet away from the party.
I could get to her. Lawrence has a collection of climbing abilities. He enters Gorilla Stance, and he begins to climb rapidly.
Oh, does he have a climb speed from Gorilla Stance?
No, but when I make a success, it counts as a critical.
Oh, okay. All right. Go for it.
And I get +2, and I get a +2 circumstance bonus to these rolls.
Oh, okay.
So that's a critical success.
So that's 10 feet. Do it again.
This man was just straight up studying bubbles.
And that is going to be a success because that is a 15 because I have a +2 circumstance bonus.
Okay.
And that's an automatic critical success, so that's another 10 feet.
All right. One more.
And that is another success, critical success. I'm up.
You're up. Okay.
Do we need to get to the top of that tree, or do you need to get down?
You can climb up the tree. I can stay here and watch.
All right. As you begin ascending the tree, you only needed to go about 10 more feet up, and you could see them goats.
Okay. I see the goats. Right. I guess I'll recall knowledge.
I don't know why it's saying you can't see the goats from there. Let me see. It's getting all it's so weird. Oh, hold on. What height does it say right? Yeah, you should be able to see the goats from there. All right. I don't know why the walls are acting so screwy on this map.
Oh, I should have mentioned I also have rapid mantle, so if I ever climb within 5 feet of a ledge, I automatically pull up.
Oh, nice. Okay. All right, if I put you at 50, will you finally be able to see? No.
No,
that is the weirdest thing. All right. Well, I don't know how best to I don't know why Jade can see and you can't. It's very confusing to me. All right. If I put you here, you can kind of see. Oh, it's so strange. All right. Anyways, I'll move you over there temporarily so you can see.
Describe it to me.
Yeah. There's a flock of Eldrakar goats.
Look at that. They're stony. They're like me.
They are, in fact, stony goats. You recognize them, but there is definitely something wrong with them. There's definitely something wrong with them. Their hide looks wet and slick, and you can kind of see sort of a bluish kind of teal stain all over their body, and it's heaviest around their muzzle. They open their mouths and they let out those terrible bleats, and you see like a thick phlegm kind of come out of their mouth and nose when they make the sound.
Do I feel similarly to the rock creatures we encountered that these are earth elementals?
So a stony goat is a regular animal.
Just like a species of goat that lives in stony terrain?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Well, sort of. They can turn to stone on purpose.
Oh.
It's like a self-defense. You know how like a possum involuntarily plays dead? Turns out that they don't do it on purpose. It's actually they can't control it.
It's a D&D version of a fainting goat.
Yeah. They just turn to stone. They're like, I'm stoned now.
It's definitely more useful.
You can do a recall knowledge if you describe it to the others. Anybody can do a recall knowledge if they want.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna, Lawrence will.
This is actually
do
a rare species of goat, so the DC is quite high.
Lawrence will do a cool like backflip off the tree and land next to Jade.
Oh hell yeah!
Because he doesn't take fall damage.
Nice.
And then he says, "Would you like to get down?"
Jade just runs and jumps off the cliff.
Oh right, because you also because no one in this party takes fall damage. Gotcha. Oh wait, you're expecting. Okay, gotcha.
There's the one person in the party that does, I think. But yeah, I will. Whatever my featherfall ability is called.
All right, Isaac, Stongbow. You guys don't know anything about stony goats. Goldleaf, you don't know anything about stony goats.
Did my roll show up? Or?
Let me see. I don't see your roll.
I think he was above me.
Oh, he was above you? It had the boulder targeted, so I thought that was from earlier.
Oh,
okay.
Shoot.
Okay. Cloudhoof, looking at your earlier roll, comparing and contrasting it. You have heard of these creatures, but in so much as you don't think that Laritz is crazy, but you don't really know much about them.
Okay.
And then Jade. Oh wait, hold on. Cloud, if you do know about them and you do confirm, so stony goats are goats that have a very particular diet. They are sort of like instinctive alchemists. They favor certain minerals and plants that create an alchemical gutstone known as a cud or a cudstone, and the minerals and chemicals in this cud are what power their petrification self-defense mechanism.
Okay.
Yeah, this cud is quite valuable to alchemists and can be sold at market for 28 gold. But but the more the cud is used, the more value is lost from the cud. And Jade, you can confirm this information. Jade, you and Cloudhoof can each ask one question about stony goats.
What's the best way to capture one?
To capture one, definitely non-lethal damage would be the best way to capture one. But they are very fast. They have a speed of 40. And they can jump really far. So they're actually incredibly difficult to catch. And they can climb vertical incline. As long as they are not completely smooth. All right, Cloudhoof, you may ask a question.
Any elemental weaknesses?
They have no weaknesses.
Okay.
But you can both confirm, based on what Laritz described, that these animals are either sick, mutated, or a rare subspecies of a rare subspecies, because the stony goat is a rare subspecies of goat.
Okay, good to know.
And then I'll move you guys back down to the others. So, how do you want to proceed? The Hydroforge lies this way. But that is also where a herd of 5 stony goats hangs out.
So,
admittedly, they're on this ledge, and you could just be over here or even over here, so you could just avoid them.
that was going to be my question to Lords if he saw another path that would kind of circumvent them.
So you could follow the path to here, but then it would be a either climb or balance to get across to here.
And then getting up to this ledge?
You wouldn't have to get up to the ledge. You could just keep following the riverbed.
Oh.
Yeah. And this ledge right here is 30 feet up. And this area over here is 30 feet up.
How much is this?
So, like, this is up 30 feet. That's up 30 feet. This is a drop down 40 feet. That's why you would be able to use this area right here to do a balance or climb to get across. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think that's probably the play then. Just keep walking down here, cross over this area here, and then stick to this side.
That is pretty close to the goats.
Yeah, but they're 30 feet up. Surely they're not gonna dive bomb themselves off the side, right?
Right.
Don't like how you said
Well, I'm
that, so.
convinced.
Right. I know why you guys can't see. Son of a bitch. It's because I didn't commit to any of these bottom heights. That's got to be what it is. I don't know. I feel like that's something they changed in a recent update. Whatever. All right. Okay. Yeah.
Path makes sense. Just have to be careful and avoid those.
Kalos looks to you, and then he looks right at the camera. He says, "So you found the path?"
Found the path.
He nods. Okay.
We must head this way.
And then Samuel says, "You're quite the Pathfinder." And stares at you
He said the name. He said the name.
Yeah.
And then we get title screen. Pathfinder, 2nd edition.
Revised. They're all gonna follow Isaac, I guess. They control F. There we go. All right, no pressure. There's all the B teams following you.
No.
Everything just falls on you. It's all good.
All right. As you approach, you can see sunning themselves in. Well, there's not really any sun, but they're kind of in the same motion of sunning themselves. Are 2 more of these living boulders. But as they see you approach, they quickly burrow into the earth.
Our reputation precedes us.
Did we already do?
Word spreads quick.
Either that or they're
Exploration
going to
action.
come under us and try to ambush us.
What was the question, Lawrence?
Did we already do exploration actions?
Oh, you can always just I mean, when we're out of combat, you're always in exploration mode, so you can always toss them up if you want. I'm really bad about remembering to ask. I used to have a little macro that I could click that would be like, ask everyone what their exploration actions are. But I can never remember if it still works with, whatever update we're on. Let's see.
I feel like this is going to be tough.
All right, so once you get here, this is going to be a balance check to get across. Or it's going to be climb checks to get across. Now, the distance that you are trying to cover here is 35 feet. Well, we'll say 30 feet. So that would be climbing 30 feet or balancing 30 feet.
That's super time.
Balance is a normal action in the game. The DC for this is an 18 for this section. So you got to be careful. If you critically fail, you will fall 40 feet into the gorge below. And you can, of course, try to grab the ledge on your way down. But for balance, it works the same way as climb. If you succeed, you go 5 feet. If you critically succeed, you go 10 feet. So I will put you guys on the honor system, I guess, since there's 6 of you. DC 18, a success is 5 feet. A critical success is 10 feet. A failure, you don't get to move with that check. A critical failure, you fall. You'll need to let me know so we can see if you can grab the ledge. If you roll a nat 20, it will turn it into a critical success. It will make it 1 step higher than what you rolled. So even if it doesn't look like it was by 10 or more, it will be boosted up to a critical success.
And we need how many successes to get across?
Enough to cross 30 feet, with whichever method you are using.
Nice.
And DC is 18. Gold Leaf's perceiving, just in case, just looking around. You do see something. One of the goats is at the ledge, staring down at you guys. He's trying to be, but the DM has this ruler. There we go. Oh! Alright, you guys see the goat staring down at you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hell yeah, I'm gonna reroll that natural one.
You don't want to end the session falling into a 40-foot ravine?
I mean, I would just feather fall myself,
I'm
but
up.
then I'd have
okay.
farther to...
some hot rolls for climbing.
I'm up.
All right, excellent. I'll move you across. Has anybody made their way across?
I have one climb pick to go.
All right. All right. Another goat is at the edge now, looking down at you guys.
All right, I'm up there.
What did you see? 18.
18. Yep.
Got it.
Gold Leaf, you just live on the ledge now.
Apparently.
Oh, there goes Cloudhoof, hacking the map again.
I literally just moved my token to here, and it just auto moved the token all the way around.
Because we weren't supposed to be able to, but I didn't box in the map, which is apparently a thing you have to do in Pathfinder,
okay.
because it's not your fault. It's a little late now, but I'll box in case I ever use this map again. I always forget that pathfinding in Pathfinder is a thing. So whenever like Baldur's Gate 3 style, I see your miniature just fucking wander off on its own odyssey, I'm just like, ah, there it is. There it is. All right.
I made it across.
You made it. Thank God, Isaac. All right. Goldleaf, feels like you finally made some progress there.
I've only made it halfway.
Are you and Songbo just
Same.
holding each other?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm halfway also.
Okay, that's 4. That's 4.
Okay. Another goat is at the edge. They're just kind of watching,
I
speculatively.
succeeded and then I
Christ.
critically succeeded. Does that get me across?
Wait, you've only rolled 2 checks. One was a success and one was a critical success.
Yeah.
Then you've made it 15 feet.
Okay, so it's not.
Every success is 5 feet. Every critical success is 10 feet. You're trying to get 30.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
you're trying to get 30 feet. Yep.
One more.
And failing is
There we
fine,
go.
but critically failing
Okay.
is not.
I was
Yeah.
looking at the balance thing Goldleaf was doing, and it says that it's just like difficult terrain. That was what I was.
Let's see. Success, you move up to your speed, treating it as difficult terrain every. Oh, okay. Got you. Okay. Yeah. So balance is way better. So if you're balancing,
Ow.
then you should be. Yeah, balancing, you should be fine.
Well, I had to spend.
All right. Then it sounds like everybody made it.
No, I'm still stuck halfway across. I've
Oh, damn,
succeeded
bro.
once, and I haven't failed any. Like I haven't
Okay.
failed any enough to fall yet.
All right.
But I also haven't succeeded again yet.
Okay. Well, isolated on your own. If you're the only one there, Goldleaf, did you make it across, or are you also in the middle?
I made it across. But
Okay.
There's a wall, so I can't.
Hey, I got you.
I'm pretty sure I'm still like halfway across, but I don't know what.
If you were balancing and not climbing, then you would have made it across with those 2 checks.
Okay.
Yeah. If you were
look, I made
climbing, it would have taken more. Okay. Oh man. All right. Right as you make it, it looks like the ghosts were getting ready to come down and check you out. Seeing that you are with the rest of your group, though, they move away.
Ominous goats.
I moved to the other side of the wall.
Oh, it's very ominous because they're kind of following along the ledge, watching you guys, which
I
is
got
not.
distracted watching the goats.
Yeah.
They have those square pupils or rectangular pupils.
Yeah.
Actually, they're just yellow,
Well,
which is somehow less creepy than a normal goat eye, I think.
yeah.
Yeah.
Can you describe these things now we have a closer look at them? That, like, their muzzles are stained?
Yeah. Every time they bleat, like a thick teal phlegm comes out, and then they lick the phlegm with their teal-stained tongues, and then eat it.
Oh.
Gross.
Yeah.
Uh,
And
whatever
their
that
body has that same kind of coloration, but it's dulled. But around their muzzle, it's like very bright.
Lord.
And their whole body has like a shine to it, like they're oiled or something.
When you were up in the tree, did you see them eating anything that was that color?
I do not believe I did. They seem to be. Would lords be able to sense that they are infected with something? That's my.
Yeah, you got the vibe that they were either sick or mutated.
There's something unnatural about them.
Yeah, there is. Yeah, these things are giving me the willies. Let's keep it moving.
As you exit this map and head closer to the Hydroforge, the eerie silence that is only interrupted by the occasional grumbling scream of a distant living boulder and the sickening wet sounds of goat warbles is now intermingled with a slow churning sound, as if water struggling to flow. And that's where we'll end for a long time, I guess. The session. All right. So, yeah, you guys are exploring this cursed island, trying to find anything that can help you repair the airship from the old dwarven hydroforge. Nice. So we'll continue this at the end of the month. Let me check my calendar. Oh, we should throw this bad boy onto the screen. Hold on. Upload and share. Yes, show to everybody. There we go. Haha! So, for the rest of the month, I will be gone. But you guys, of my 3 campaigns, I feel like you guys are in sort of the worst position to go on like a guest DM side quest, because your party's only been together for a couple of days. You're kind of in the middle of something. I just don't know, like, what kind of side quest adventure you guys could go on that would make sense.
Please, have you not watched the One Piece movies? Those fucking things just come out of nowhere.
Canonically, like, okay. So if you could find a guest DM, or one of you wants to step up and be the guest DM, to run a side quest that in no way interrupts the current flow of the campaign, you are welcome to do so. But you cannot gain any XP or treasure from those, just like the One Piece movies. However, I'll talk to your guest DM, and if they say that you guys were exemplary players, you could earn a boon from participating in such an adventure. But if they say you were bad, then you get a bane. So just keep that in mind.
You
This
better be
sounds
good.
like having a substitute teacher.
That's
You better
And
be
the
good for
teacher
the
leaving
substitute.
plans going, be good for the substitute.
Yep, I'm gonna read whatever comments they leave about you, and if it better be good, you better not embarrass me. Yes.
Cool, just putting out a movie and just like it's fine.
Yeah, so like exactly. So just keep that in mind. You have my blessing if you are like, I want to play my Skyhaven character. So if one of you wants to step up and run, let me know. I'll try to give you permission to GM, or if you find a guest GM, I'll give them permission to run on the server, so you don't have to get your characters exported and all that kind of nonsense. Or you could just enjoy a nice break, do something else for your Thursday night for a little bit. All right, so we will resume play on the 1st of May. The 1st of May. And then the next day, May 2nd, and then 3rd, and then 4th, we got DirtCon 2025. So
Hell yeah.
There's a ton, in my opinion, for a small server, there's a ton of games being run. We're going to have to go find players for all these games. There's a lot of really cool games being run. I'm running 3 games. 1 on Friday and 2 on Saturday. I think that's what I'm doing. I saw that there's just a ton of games. So if you're interested in running or playing or participating, it's not just going to be TTRPGs. We're also going to try to get people together for some tabletop simulator, play some Magic, play some board games, maybe some Jackbox. You know, who knows? Whatever you want to organize and do. It's just a weekend to sort of celebrate community, playing games, having a good time. So keep that in mind. And then, yeah, there's no vodcast tomorrow. In fact, there's no vodcast until I don't know when. Maybe we'll do a vodcast during DirtCon as like a panel during DirtCon or something. Yeah. And then as far as the Japan trip, I am gonna do. I'm gonna stream before I leave the trip itinerary. If anybody is curious about that and what I went through to learn how to plan a trip and gain the biggest appreciation ever for travel agents and the job that they do, because I had no idea. Like yeah. So I'm gonna do that, and then I might do some streams from Japan if we find cool shit that is, you know, TT RPG or nerd centric kind of stuff. Because I'm gonna have unlimited 4G data the whole time, so should be able to
Monster Hunter
hop on.
Cafe.
Oh yeah, I'll definitely try to stream from the Monster Hunter Cafe. That's gonna be good stuff.
I'll make
Good
sure
stuff.
to be awake at that time.
Yeah, there is gonna be a 13-hour time difference.
Yeah.
Normally 14 hours, but it's 13 hours because of daylight savings time.
One benefit.
Question mark? Yeah. But I'm very excited about it. I'm a little nervous about it, but also just very excited about it. So, yeah. Anybody else have any announcements before we adjourn?
Yeah,
No?
very good.
All right. I hope everybody.
Cool idea
what's up?
for a one shot is
Mhm.
make all our backup characters.
Yeah.
Alternatively, you have all these crew that you recruited. You could play as some of the crew in like a side quest kind of thing, like what happened back at the ship, or you know, that'd be kind of a cool adventure. So, something to think about. All right. Well, I'm gonna get some sleep. I hope everybody has a great weekend, great month. And I look forward to resuming the campaign in May, and then enjoying a fun weekend and seeing what happens. I really look forward to this game every week. So, thank you guys. Yeah.
Thank you for
All right.
coming.
Have a good night, everybody.
All right.
Thanks everyone for
Good
tuning in.
night.
Catch you next time.